You're so,
Yeah, I guess so. Voices on the highway.
at the bond,
Lucas, do you copy?
at the bond,
Lucas, do you copy? Find,
at the bond,
find. Voices on the highway.
at the bond,
You're so, yeah, I guess so. Voices on the highway.
at the bond,
Lucas, do you copy?
at the bond,
Lucas, do you copy? Find,
at the bond.
find.
Do you realize what you've said?
I should do. It's pounded in my brain often enough, asleep and awake, in the drowsy fantasy moment of every lonely dawn. Oh, come on. What's your answer?
Not a flying toy.
This is bass, great night, none of dark.
18 minutes ago. Hopefully you guys are doing okay. My Elgato is being fine. My OBS is fine. Nothing changed and nothing crazy happening here. As I was just basically saying before we started the stream, as I was talking to the Wolfpack offline, wink wink, I guess. I'm feeling like way too low energy today. I guess this whole shenanigans kind of like revved me up a little bit, and I just wanted to draw for a while. I just wanted to see what I feel like doing before, like, because the original plan was supposed to be Mischief Makers to Night in the Woods, and then I said it before when I did the opening, so I'll explain it again. I also mentioned it in streams before. Have you ever just woke up and it was like one of those days where everything was all rainy, and then the day just feel all gloomy? The nightfall comes even more sooner now, so it just put like a whole damper on your mood. So that's what I was basically feeling, at least at first. But now I'm feeling somewhat hidden rage at my tech, at OBS for deciding to do this. But aside from that hidden rage, I was feeling like a little too mellow, a little too down. I was feeling like a little like, oh man, okay. I'm feeling like way out of whack today, so I might as well do a stream and see where it goes. Boy, did I see where it went. And it also doesn't help that I had the lights off too, because I don't know, when I usually have the lights off, that's usually me at my most chilled, or at least so I thought. And then I was just responding to all y'all guys in the chat. So here's what I'm hoping will happen. I will do my stream, my art stream, and then I'll give it a few, I guess like an hour or two. And if I'm feeling up to it, I'll do Night in the Woods. And if I don't, we'll highly go to it around tomorrow, Saturday. I also am feeling like kind of like fucked up because me and my niece, we decided to play Roblox to what? All the way to 3 in the morning, so that messed up my sleep schedule. And then what made it worse is that I couldn't sleep afterwards, so I ended up sleeping like around 5 or 6 in the morning. So I'm just like, no wonder why I'm feeling so out of it, yada yada yada. So okay. Okay, let's go through chat again. I'll go in a nutshell what I said to everybody. Oh, and of course OBS is messing up with me because I'm seeing some drop frames happening on my end, of course, because why not? Let me see. When Kip told me about the sandwich thing, I mentioned that there are streams that actually do that. It was a big controversy with the Twitch community versus YouTube streamers about it. It was a fun drama. It was a fun crossover drama for both communities. Where Twitch, you could just sit there for like hours if you like, not even hours. You can sit there for a long time, give little to none commentary, and just eat lunch. Obviously Twitch peeped that and saw it was gonna be a big thing, and they changed the rules to that a little bit. But let's be real, nothing has changed in this platform. Let's see. And then the one time he opposed me, yeah. And then I liked the sandwich thing. I thought the sandwich thing was kind of funny too. I was saying that it would make for a perfect April Fool's. Skipping down, I said hi to Vista. I say hi to Kip. I say hi to Dead. Let's see. And then we was talking about the sandwich thing too, about the universe being created by a sandwich or something like that. And I also said there was the soup theory. Silver, I see you. I am also feeling low energy. I might be catching something. Yeah, you're catching on to the low Pioxis energy. Which, don't worry, it'll be cured by muting yourself for a while and not realizing it. Let me see. And then I see the chat stuff going down more. Because this is when I realized that the chat was muted. It's his fault for not looking at the chat. I was looking at the chat. I just caught up very late to it. In a simple fashion. But I wish I was told at the very beginning of the stream. I mean, the first sign should have been like when the dial was all the way down. And then I went back to paint and then just talked about my thing before like opening up, because I was like saving some stuff, and then I was like, okay, yeah, I'll go back to the. Not to say that it's your fault either. I mean, obviously it's my fault too. So I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is. Let's see. We were talking about for a fact. No, Vista, because I thought y'all was just joking around about like Pioxis being like doing like a quiet stream. I was like, oh, and then I realized, yo, I wonder what Piazza is gonna say when he's like muted. So, oh well. I'll take the L. I'll take the L. All right. Y'all guys are vindicated. Piaxis is always wrong. Y'all guys get the W. Let me see. Leave the evidence, don't delete. We need the proof. We do it live. All right. Clip the whole 15 minutes because it's not being. That whole 16 minute thing is not gonna be saved when I do the highlights. Toxic Dome, what's going on, my man? You just missed some ASMR of my stream. I didn't even get to what I was gonna do. But like, hopefully you're doing all right. Everything is all right. If you want a recap of what's just been happening in the stream, I just now opened the stream because I was a dickhead and I left my like OBS did like a weird update thing, and that defaulted my mic, and I was muted for a whole 16 to 20 minutes. It was a new record, honestly, in Piaxis. I mean, I thought it would take a long time closing, but oh well. Let me see. We do it live. Now you know why I keep a paranoid audio levels every stream. I usually always keep checking and I always keep asking the chat if y'all guys can hear me and all that stuff. And then it's just the one time I just like slipped up greatly. It's like I slipped on a freaking banana and I just stood laying down and y'all guys are just like, yo, Piaxis, you getting up? Oh, how embarrassing. Luckily, I'm low energy. Otherwise, I would have been, as we like to say in the commentary community, chimping out. I would have been chimping out, as usual. Pio's usually good at check stuff, to be fair. Thank you, Dad. Be like me. Don't ever talk in the stream. I mean, yeah, I guess that's the route I'm going to have to go, especially with the sandwich stream. Let me see. Nothing like, BS technical fault to get the blood pumping. That is true. Now I get to feel that Wolfpack level of technical difficulties on my end. Over something so simple. I'm saying, come on, man. Really? When I decide to be chilled? I just can't get one. I just can't get one. Vista, I feel that. Let's see. How would you? You don't stream? Silver stream? Or at least they told me they stream. I still gotta update those, what's it called? The commands. There you go. I still gotta do the commands. What else we got here? I did see a video on my feed showing how you could stream from a stream deck. So maybe. Oh, you're talking to Vista. Okay. You're talking to Vista. So yeah, we was talking about that. When are you gonna stream, Vista? We need an anniversary Spear Fair. I did see a video on my feed. Oh yeah, I saw that already. It's only 95% ARF. No, I was gonna say it's a 50-50. Look, when it comes to like stuff like that, I see it in both ends. It's only the chat fault for not telling me sooner and trying to hint it like it's like making memes out of it. And you know how I work, because the other 50% is just me just being slow, being brain dead. So I have to tell me direct. Let me see. Oh darn it. Let's see, you found out 15 minutes later. It sucks. It sucks. Okay, now we can actually start to what I was originally going to say and where we last left off on Dragon Ball Z. So, as I was explaining before I realized what the chat was going on, I want to draw some stuff for now. Like, as always, it's going to be Ash vs. Pokemon. And as I said, I want it to be a fun one. I was working on this panel right here, which is already almost done. I'm gonna bring up my art thing right now because I almost forgot. I'm glad I caught that last second. Bang. Let's see. There y'all guys go. So this was what I was working on right now. The current panel. It's halfway done. I already got Abby finished. Well, not Abby finished. She's almost finished. I just gotta finish drawing her chest, her jacket, and her tail. And then I gotta work on Vivi and then the background. But I don't want to bore your guys with this one. I want to do a fun one today, which I pulled up Matter and Burrito. I want to draw them two today. Because after this panel, or basically this comic, like I said, it's gonna start the next part of Final Act, which is basically the Clash of Prophets, which is Matter and Burrito versus C3 and M4 at Route 7. Like right now, they're on a connection cave and they're about to go to Route 7. So I just feel like doing a fun one. It's been a while since well, I always draw Burrito Marrow. But it's been a long time since I draw them as a series 1, because I always draw them in the series 2 appearance at the time skip. So that's what I basically was gonna do today. With that being said, hopefully all y'all guys are doing okay. Official Manticore, what's up, my dude? Hopefully everything is alright. And to spare y'all the trouble of always looking to the left, I am going to start this on GIMP. Oh, GIMP has another update or something like that? Oh, please, no more updating stuff. I had enough of that. I had enough of that. So I do apologize if things get a little quiet, things get a little slow, things get a little boring. I guess I am feeling the energy now at those shenanigans. They actually did hit me up a little bit, so I actually at some point gonna have to turn on the AC. And if there's anything interesting y'all want to talk about, feel free. I got you guys in the chat here, or at least I'm gonna look at my phone and scroll down slowly, very, very slowly as I draw. And yeah, who I'm gonna start first? I guess I'll go with Matter. Yeah, for her, I'm gonna need to go to here to Ashwin's Pokemon. Ashwin's Pokemon 6, that's tumblr.com. And I'm gonna have to look at one of my later comics that I did. Oh, I saw that on Twitter? I mean, not Twitter, Tumblr? Nah, well, it doesn't matter anyway. Until I have to log in. Okay, so this is Matter's Season 1 appearance. Let's see how I can, rev that up, or fix that up. Let's see from the side. Okay, this is a good shot of her. This is a good shot of her. I can work with this. Let me read down very fast. Let's see, but her to, no, wait. I see Official Manticore. I could probably read Doug Spears Fair now that I can actually run it smoother. Hey, that's cool. I'll be happy to see it. It was a lot of fun when you used to do it on the Discord. But I have other stuff too that I haven't played yet, like Pokemon Prism. After they update the the Togekiss sprite, then you can play Vista. Then you can play Pokemon Prism. I think you need to do another 300 hours in Danganronpa too. Let's see. I left it running. You should see Maid's hours in Row 20. Let's see. Maid had the worst hours in everything ever. So I believe you. Steam and Row 20 both hate him. And then just use GIMP. Nah, I'm good with this GIMP. I'm good with this GIMP. Better UI and no updates. Green is my pepper or Affinity Photo. Someday. Okay, so I just want to look at this picture for a little bit to see if I got the right idea of Matter design. I think I could remember that. The thing is, with me, if I draw it once, then it stays locked into my mind, and the more I draw it, the more I can like draw it completely from memory. And then of course I got the sketches, which helps. So I'm gonna, like, for less strain in your eyes, I'm gonna lower this down a little bit. Bang, bang, and bang. And there we go. Hopefully this don't take too long. I mean, this seems like an easy panel that I could do. It's just basically, well, it's Eevees. I could draw these Eevees super fast if I wanted to, which I can, but I want them to look good. If I draw it all super fast, it's gonna look wacky. I'm all good with that. With that, I don't know. Wolfpack, do you guys wanna do mic or something like that, or y'all good? It's up to y'all. Yeah, because I don't know if y'all guys wanted to like join in or not. I'm just gonna basically draw, do my thing. I am gonna ask Breeze at some point. Well, she's not online now. I was gonna ask her if she wanted to go on. She said nah, and I was like, okay, that's, well, she's not online, so I was like, okay, that's cool. I'll hit her up later on at night when she's online. I think I'm not gonna. I still feel like a little tired. It always happens when two things. Either I like break diet for like a little bit and like kind of tiny bit pick out, or I just break night. Unfortunately, I did both, so I don't know. So I do feel like a little whacked out. I'm just hoping I don't stay too quiet unless y'all guys really like seeing the art like getting drawn. And then like, cause they do be streams that people be like very quiet when they draw, or they don't have like like sounds on at all. Oh no, they don't have like they don't be talking at all, and they somehow make it work. Maybe I could do that someday. Basically what Kip said, instead of eating a sandwich, I'm just gonna like not talk. Unless I'm just like, hey, what's up? Thank you. What's up? What's going on in the stream? Hopefully you guys are doing okay. Yada 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 yada. And I just stay shut for like a few seconds, like. You'd be surprised how those few seconds will help me stay a lot more focused on the artwork. Let me read down. Let's see. I'm fine, but thanks. Still working. I'm good. It's late here, and I'm tired as fuck. Me and you both. I mean, I feel obviously more wide awake now, but before I started the stream, and then when I was just like, just chilling, I don't know, I was just like, I guess the reason why I mostly wanted to stream is that I had that feeling of like, if I wasn't gonna stream, I wasn't going to do anything, and I didn't want to like get out of bed. I just sat down on the computer, looked at like probably like Discord or YouTube for like a hot few seconds. I was catching up with Slick Goku or 2GS because he's going through like a lot of shit from YouTube right now, to where he had to reset his like he called it the 2GS universe, and sadly he had because of demonetization and a lot of other stuff that happened to him during October. He also got hacked, and I'm just like, oh man, what's been happening with that? So I just been listening to that. And I've been watching Turkey Tom new video on Andy Dick, so... And then I was having, like, then when I stopped watching those videos, I still gotta continue watching this, the Slick Goku video. I just had, like, music on in the background, and since I was, like, vibing, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do a stream while I vibe. I don't know. Because if I wasn't gonna do it, I wasn't gonna, like, I just like that feeling of being productive. I at least want to do one thing productive during the day. And for me, that's either like art or play games with my niece, which I'm doing every day even more now for more longer hours, or just in general, do some workouts or something. So if I can at least knock one of those things down, or two of those things down, I'll be happy. I don't know. It's like little small schedules like that. That makes a more better change for me. And then it's not like I could go outside anyway because it's getting like now super dark. It's 5 o'clock right now where I live, and now the sun already just set it. So where I'm gonna go to the park at this time? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I kind of just, I don't know. The way I'm drawing this kind of like bothers me a little bit. Can't put my finger to why. Maybe it'll probably look a lot better as I go through. But quick sketches like these, I'm just more like, maybe because body proportions, the sizes, and everything. Maybe they'll get more adjusted as I sketch along. Let me see. Peel, there are times on my stream where 5 to 6 minutes will go by with no speech from me at all. So I think you're good. I can't really recall when you was quiet for that long. The only time I can recall that happening when you was closing your stream, and then you fell asleep with the stream on, and then me and Maid had to like try to wake you up as fast as possible. Until Maid called on, he was like, "Oh, okay, I'll just hit up Kip on his phone," and said that you were still streaming. But other than that, I didn't think you was quiet in any of your streams for that long. Even in Roller Coaster Tycoon, and you mostly be a lot quiet on those streams too. But I don't think you was quiet for like 16 minutes. I'm sorry, I'm trying to envision this in my mind. Okay, and then I'll just do the mouth. There we go. Let me keep reading down from here. Guys, guess who finally became the world champion out of 25 years? Logan Paul? Is the Paul brothers? Ash from Evil Dead? Is it me? Bingo! Also yes. Congrats! Yay! Dead. Roller Coaster Tycoon had a lot of no talking. It did, but I didn't think it was that long. Was it really that long? Huh. Every time when I make it to the streams, I always hear Kip talking. Maybe because I always talk in the chat too. I'm always like an active chatter at times, or at least when I hang around the streams for a while. And then I have to be busy, and then like, all right, I'll be right back, or do something else. I don't know, because I guess I've seen it in like both ways. You could do it by yourself, and also try to like keep up the conversations with yourself and everything, like I normally do. But it is tough to like keep up like an entertaining conversation with yourself when there's not that much of a chat to like even follow through with that. So I don't know. It's kind of like it has to work in both ways. You gotta have the like. For me, that's how I operate. I have my conversations at first, and then the chat normally is always up to the chat to see if they want the stream to still be alive, or I did my hour or two and be like, all right, I'm gonna bounce depending if I'm out of topics, out of energy, or nothing's really going on. Just as long as I had a good time, that's what matters. I would copy and paste this, but I kind of don't want to. Let's see, make this a little bit longer. That would be the easier thing. But there's always something about, I don't know. I guess that's like an artist thing too. Some artists do it, some artists don't. They kind of like have like somewhat of this artist pride, to where you could always copy and paste, or always in like next panels or something like that. You could always reuse heads, or like mirror heads or something like that, or like flip them around for like different poses. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't, or I'd go like half and half. And then sometimes I just want to like, all right, I just want to legit draw it. I don't feel like doing the whole copy paste thing. I just want to know if I could do both sides. Cause my thing is, I kind of like have this like artist curse, I like to say, where I always have to draw something facing at the right, like something like this. But if I do it in the other side, no, facing left. So I'm sorry, facing left. Piaxis can't do directions today. But if I do it to the right, facing right, it always gonna look something like a little different. This went from a regular face to a bean. Alright, so we already got Matter's face done. Let's see. Ash Ketchum got the dub. This is new, kinda. Wait, you're talking about Pokemon, right? I thought we was just talking about wrestling or some shit. Yeah, so you're saying Ash won another league? Like, were we talking about a legit Pokemon league? Or is it like that bullshit from the Alolan League, where it's the Royal Rumble, rather than the Elite Four? I'm going to keep reading down. Yeah, Ash kinda, this is new, kinda. I figured you had brought up the Yu-Gi-Oh! Kingdom Hearts fans getting elected to Congress first. I don't know, you gotta believe the heart of the cards in something. Even in a higher power. Or McDonald's grease-proof gaming chairs? Wait, huh? McDonald's has grease-proof gaming chairs? Are you left-handed? I am right-handed. Let's see, grease-proof chairs. Sold! I want that. Yes, I want that. Pokemon World Championships. So we're talking about the actual anime, or did Ash Ketchum himself showed up? Like cosplay as Ash Ketchum and just literally beat everyone's ass in a world tournament. Cause I think that would be badass. Let's see, Madonna created a grease-proof gaming chair. The chair comes equipped with a French fry. Oh. Hopefully I'm not logged out of Twitter so they don't dox my email. What the fuck is this? How much does it cost? Let's see. The chair comes equipped with a French fry holster, dedicated dip holders, and a burger heat zone in grease-proof leather. But why? I mean, we had... Did the KFC console actually, like, work functionally? How would this work functionally? And why would you sit on a grease... or a heat zone? Yeah. Why? I mean, maybe it'll be soothing because you're sitting on a heater chair and it'd be like, ah, this feels like a spa or something like that. But other than that, I don't know what I want to have. A heart attack or sunburn on my back? What if they like malfunctions and then someone have to like get the fucking spatula and get me off the chair? What if I stick to it? Let's see. That looks like leather that you get in restaurant chairs. Looks god awful. For me, I'm more a fan of the fuzziness. I never really was a fan of leather stuff or like leather chairs and all that. I don't know. I slip off too easy. My back stick to it too easy if I'm not wearing a shirt. It's never a good sign. All right, let's continue reading the document then. Oh, the article. It was only a matter of time, really, since KFC. For years, gamers have hurled expletives, shed tears of rage, and cursed their cruel gods for what the fuck is this writing? For each and every French fry, potato chip. Okay, I gotta talk to this in an anime thing. What anime theme do I gotta put on for this? I'm thinking Bleach. That's good enough. I'm gonna butcher the fuck out of this, by the way. For years, gamers had hurled expletives, shed tears of rage, and cursed their cruel gods for every French fry, potato chip, or other salted finger food tragedy lost to the dark depths of a bedroom or living room amid bouts of extreme gaming enlightenment. Now, thankfully, McDonald's, the brand that brought the world the mixed... What the fuck is the Muffins? And this terrifying Ronald McDonald glove... What? I'm learning something new. Have taken fast food merch to its logical conclusion. Behold! The new crispy ultimate gaming chair! Bang! Fear its fine leather, its divine pillow casing, and its heat-proofing grease, whatever it was. McDonald's revealed its golden throne this week as part of a prize giveaway tied to the launch of its new McCrispy chicken sandwich in the United Kingdom. Hey, yo, Kip, you can get this chair. You can actually buy this chair. The sandwich, of course, looks repulsive, but the throne is anything but. I was gonna say the orgasmic. Let's go with that. The orgasmic, plush-looking chair comes equipped with dual side trays. One perfectly formed, fitted to hold a box of large golden McDonald's fries, and the other serving as a burger heat zone to keep sandwiches warm. And one hopes, Salamella free for the duration of the gaming session. But what else do you want there? Well, I'm gonna give you more. The fry holder side of the chair also has twin slots carved out to hold a pair of dipping sauces. Drink and napkin holders are included as well. One might wonder how anybody could justify the base. I can't keep this up. Seriously can't keep this up. I had the energy and then I lost it. This is going on for far too long. So I continue reading this like, what the fuck is... They're making it sound like way more... It's like they created the the godly chair forged by the inner gods of IKEA. Whatever that means. But that's something, alright. How much... Do we get a price? I see Dunsparce. Nope. We're not going to spoiler territory. We already made that vow on stream. Okay. Oh, because they're talking about like slaughtering animals, I guess. I don't know. I just saw something about animals. Okay, I'm getting it out of here. That was interesting to see. So I wonder, A, how much is it gonna cost And B, how much are they gonna sell? Like, I guess people on the internet will want it because we on the internet are stupid, and I guess we like stupid things like this. Well, for me, I think it's kind of awesome. I think it's kind of badass in a funny type of way, in a stupid way. And I wouldn't lie when I say I would just love it for collectible purposes. But the question still stands. Why? But I guess, like I say, and always in Piachi streams when I do anything illogical myself, why not? Why not? Okay, let's bring back our regular daily schedule music. I don't want no all that. Give me, what's one of the edits that I did? I can put this one on. Go to GIMP. Okay, I'm gonna read up. See what you guys are saying. And that was the McDonald's chair. Thank you for showing me that. That actually, like, I think that's more surprising than Ash getting the W. This kind of new. I figured you would have brought it up, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Kingdom Hearts thing. Let me see. Or the McDonald's Green Proof Chair. McDonald's created that. Okay, I read that. Okay, so this is where I was at. I read that. Let's see, got it. Third wingback chair for Christmas. The one wing chair. Expletive. Ah, okay, gotcha. Expletive. Silver Song. Why would you go to a restaurant shirtless in the first place, Theo? Because I gotta show them how big I am. I gotta make a statement to tell them that this fast food is killing me. Now please give me some fast food. Let's see, I would like to see that. That will rake in the views. I mean, I can't do that. I got the webcam right there, but I'm just not gonna do that because Twitch don't like a shirtless man. Well, actually, I'm gonna rephrase that. They like hot shirtless men and hot shirtless women. I don't think they want to see a fucking blobfish take off his shirt. No, stop reading while you're ahead. It's a giveaway. Oh, so they only give you like one chair. Kip, you can win that chair. You can win that chair since you're in the UK. It's all you, baby. You can get the chair of your dreams right there, the ultimate gaming chair. Let's see, if it has a built-in toilet, that would be revolutionary. That would be kind of crazy, cause not to say that I will have one, but God, the degenerates of gamers and how far they will game for hours without even like using the bathroom and actually use the bathroom on themselves. Maybe it is gonna be a revolutionary thing. That's not a future that I will want. I don't think the world is ready for that, to be honest. We have to go thousands of years before we get to that chair. Let's just stick with the original floating cars first. We need our hovercrafts. We need our things flying in the air before we can get to ruining it by toilets that can take care of themselves. Let me just scratch my eye for like a little bit. I saw Kip said something about the picture too. So let me scroll up. Ah, my glasses just fell. There you go. Got that. Clean that up. Bang. Made it look like she hadn't had a lot of sleep. I guess I'm drawing it from experience. You know, it really helps too. With art. I know a lot of artists does that too. And I guess that's how I am with drawing X with Pokemon. I always try to like imagine the other character, like how they're feeling. So I kind of like try to imagine their expressions onto me. Like say if this character feels enraged about something, I feel like how would I draw this character being like enraged, and how would I make that feeling? How would I feel if I was in that position, or if I feel like this like angry or something like that, or like how would I portray that, or I don't know if it makes sense. But it's like trying to draw that emotion is also like a fun thing to do. Although you have to have that emotion inside you as well in order to perfectly encapsulate that. So I guess in this case, I'm trying to draw her like the most tired, the most like which I guess you could say I'm kind of like feeling. So I don't know. I guess it all works out in the end. I'm just going to I guess another fun thing about it too with conveying emotions, it's always gotta be the ears. Because for me, I like conveying emotion through like the ears, and it always helps out a lot when it comes to like enraging moments or when characters get annoyed. I'll usually draw them more bent like cats. Or when it's like M4. I think M4 has like mostly the unique set of like ear poses. Because if she gets excited, her ears are up. Like it's like very perked up. If she gets angry, I guess her ears are also perked up, but they're both like scrunched at the same time, I guess, in some type of way. Or like they're kind of like bent in a way. If she's sad, her ears become all droopy and floppy, which is, I guess it shows more of a more vulnerable, adorable side of M4, which I love drawing too. I don't know. I always like putting like thoughts like that when drawing art like this. Or at least when I draw like a story. And then when it comes to action, I always try to make the most dynamic shots and poses to make it look more engaging. So even where Bree said at one point, she was just like, "Oh yeah, I forgot that Ash's Pokemon was a comic and not like an animation or something like that." Because I try to like keep the philosophy in mind to where I'm working with 10 panels, but they scroll. So I kind of like want to make them in a way feel like they're animated. Between like 2 or 3 panels. So I want to see how I can utilize the best. Of course, obviously that won't be the case anymore if I post this up on DeviantArt. But if I still post it up on Tumblr, then I still want that feeling to stay. Let's see. Since I live here, I'll enter to win the chair. Yeah, go for it, Kip. Become the ultimate gamer. Who knows? Maybe you will win. There's always a lucky jackpot somewhere. Sure, it's a 0.00001% chance, but there's still a chance. And not only that, I don't even think people will care all like that because they're not gamers. Well, that depends. What's the gamer base looking like in the UK, Kip? I mean, how many people are gamers that will actually care for this chair? Actually, that's a fucking quote on its own too. Now that I think about it. The UK ain't gamers. Piaxis 2022. Oh, gee, joy. You know, I gotta plan out something for New Year's stream. I gotta think of the next crazy shit that will get me close to canceled. The next big heart attack. Made the eyes haze and scrunched up the nose. I could try to do that. Normally, I will try to like do more with the eyes, kind of something like this. Where they're just like, oh god. But that is like, at that point it looked like she just had a fucking enough. So I'm just like, I don't want to do that. She's just more slightly annoyed, if anything, because like during series 1, if I wanted to explain these two briefly, Burrito and Matter were a tag team pair that originally started that Matter wanted to attack Burrito, like basically kidnap him. Not only for their plans, her and Corliss and Lord Dome's plans. I'm trying to remember what that basically was at that time. And then, what's it called? Like, he was gonna get kidnapped, so that way they could do whatever they want. And also, Matter has also the upper hand for like for democracy or something like that. At the same time, she was also supposed to do the same thing for Solarion, have him do his bidding, so where she kidnapped the Sunflare egg. But obviously, the script changed, time changed, acts changed, and I went with a whole different type of story, which is where this comic is going to reference. There's been a shift in the timeline or something like that, but the story is still going as told somewhat. Just a couple of details kind of like scrapped and all that stuff. And then at some point, during their travels, Burrito and Mero became nice friends. I would say good friends, but they're not there quite yet. Like, she could tolerate him now. Like, and now they got to the point later on in the series to where she fully sees him as a friend. So if anything, as fandoms will put it, she's more of a tsundere type when it comes to Burrito. Or at least during this phase of Ash's Pokemon. Let me draw her stuff. I'm gonna have to draw her a lot bigger too. Yeah, because I don't think I like how I draw them all super small. They're all small. I might get a head start in drawing Burrito too. Or at least his head. And it's funny too, because I do think back a lot on how I conveyed Series 1 characters and Series 2 characters. A lot of them are like night and day. Especially when you read the Series 2 comics, and then you go back to watch Ash's Pokemon 1 Series 1 comic. You're like, damn! I can't wait to see when this Series 1 is finally finished so I can see the true character development. Like, for example, Matter, she was introduced more of the bitch, right? She's the main antagonist. She was originally supposed to be like like evil incarnate, right? But over time, she like softened up because of Burrito. Originally, that wasn't supposed to be the script. Originally, she was supposed to be, well, should I say it? The script is going to be changed, and she's obviously alive in Series 2. So she was supposed to die at some point in Series 1 as like, you know, main antagonist or something like that. But then the Burrito angle just took a new, different approach. The power of love wins, and now the story's taking a different shift. Even though the story took a different shift long before the Mount Silver arc happened. So way during the Mount Silver arc happened. So it's nice to see how everything tied up like that. But like, anyway, in terms of personality, she's bitchy. She's kind of like bratty. She's kind of like a gloaty and all that stuff. And in Series 2, she's more humble, but she's also very sassy. And at the same time, she's she has her wholesome side, but at the same time, she's also very, very grumpy. And she loves food. So that's another neat thing in Series 2. And Burrito gotta be one of the more, one of my more favorite redones. I didn't like how I portrayed Burrito, this guy right here, this lovable Espeon. It works for Series 1, but I didn't like how I originally portrayed him in Series 2, because originally Series 2 wasn't gonna have Series 1 characters in it. It was just gonna start off with the main 4, and then they was just gonna have like the adult cast like be in the background, but like hardly show up. It was all about the new generation of actual Pokemon, new cast, and new set of Pokemon to axe to with the new set of runs that was coming by in Twitch Plays Pokemon. But at some point, I got more attached to the kid cast and then the adult cast, and when the stream kind of like stopped, when the blog kind of like stopped altogether, I was just like, okay, now I could take the writing into my own hands. I don't have to worry about switching things up or anything like that. I could make a continuation story with the adult cast and with the C3 investigations, which I'll get around to that when I do Omega Ruby arc in like 30 years. And also we have the Kid Cast, which they already have like their own. I call it. It goes by 3 arcs. It goes by Grand Adventure, which conveyed with many arcs with the cast with their own character developments until they get to the big one. What was the other arc? Or maybe it was just 2 arcs. It was that arc, because we're already past opening act. Like, we're getting more and more to Grand Adventure territory. And Bill arc. Okay, yeah. The Matter's Bill saga. That will be the final thing for Ash Pokemon. So, going back to the characters themselves. Burrito, now that I had to properly work on him, he went from being the super fun, happy-go-lucky, with a seductive side, Espeon, to now a wholesome, lovable father that is raising, Firion. And I didn't like how I portrayed him in Series 1, in Series 2, because he still had that Series 1 personality. But now, time skip that 10 years, he's now a father. He's now more happy, like going with shows with the family, hanging out with them more and everything like that. So he's more kind of like, I'm writing him more now, being like more humbled, a more chilled, a more wholesome, like a wholesome type character. And the only time where he gets seductively lewd is when he's fucking around with Solarion, which that had I did a couple comics with that, where now Solarion Burrito, instead of like, because thanks to Solarion Wars, Solarion do not hate Burrito anymore. He's seen like in Soul Wars 2, they'll be working together, of course. Assassin RJ and Solarion. and that carries over from Ash's Pokemon when Solarion wakes up, and also the Series 2 to where Burrito and Solarion are kind of like close brothers. Or if what I'm trying to make here. Okay, let me erase that. Sorry for boring y'all with some Ash's Pokemon lore. I will continue on drawing.
Welcome again to this neighborhood. I'd like to show you something.
This is more zen than angry. Yeah, I could probably see that too. And that also looks emo. I mean, do not everybody feel that way when they're not annoyed? They look emo.
Let's see what it is.
Let me see. Imagine keeping your evil characters evil. Yeah, but the thing was too. No. I did like my character being like super evil. I will still say that pre-Kalos Matter will always gotta be my favorite iteration of Matter. One of my top iterations. It goes from this. It goes from Series 2 Matter, she's my number 1, to number 2 has to be pre-Kalos Matter, because that was Matter at her rawest state before she did the travel with Burrito and everything, and the Bird Jesus fight. After the Bird Jesus fight, Matter personality was starting to like change from there, and that's when I started to rewrite everything around the Burrito and Matter story. And then plus the Burrito and Matter was starting to grow on me a lot more too. And then I always seen that like hooking these two up later on in Series 2 or the Omega Ruby arc is kind of like a love letter to the fandom in some type of way. So I'm kind of like glad it worked out in the end. But I still like Series 1 Matter, like before she went to Kalos, cause she was the rawest of bitches. Like people fucking like, you don't understand like how I saw the fandom at the time. People really hated this bitch. But that was kind of like the attention. But I guess I kind of like blown up in my face, because when I wrote, I had the idea of Matter having this character development now that she won't die. This was at the same time the blog actually stopped. So I'm just like, fuck, I got nothing from, like, now people just gonna hate this bitch. And I really love this character. So I'm just like, I gotta do something about it. But I guess it's already too late. And that was one of the concepts behind Series 2, Another Winter. Not only it was a very wholesome comic, and also they wanted the grand introduction to Laser Gator, it also brought the character development that I wanted to bring to Matter for a long time now, to where she kind of like started to regret her actions ever since she met Burrito, and now it took like 10 years later, it started to hit her even more and more slowly, like she was bottling it up, to where she started to regret every year that how she went into the world, started to change everything up, and she kind of blames CT's disappearance on herself, which I'll get around to that when I write Omega Ruby. And then that's when Laser Gator and her have this wholesome talk, and then Matter started to feel a lot better about herself. Cause I do have a final design with Matter, and I do want it to be meaningful too. Like, you know how I'll give everybody all colored outlines, right? Matter is red, or like dark red. Burrito is like pinkish and all that stuff. No, not pinkish. It's kind of like, I guess it's cause you call it hot pink. Matter's gonna revert to like a light pink whenever she gets over all her regrets and all that stuff. And I think it'll be very wholesome. But that's like, we're talking about Series 2 Endgame. Sorry if I'm boring y'all with a lot of lore talk. I just like talking about the series in general and the concepts that I have, and hopefully I will get to it over time so that way everybody can see the full story. I will tell it one way or another. I just hope that everybody's alive to see it. Cause yeesh, it's been how many years since Ash's Pokemon been made? Like I think it's been. I made the series around 2014 during Heart Gold run, the first year. Yeah, I know it was after Platinum, and Heart Gold was just about starting. So, is this series 9 years old? Can't be. I'm gonna have to look up like dates on when I started this. Like, goddamn, this series old. I didn't even realize it. Where did the time go? Sheesh. And I know Dark and Breeze probably had its already anniversary, so yikes. Do I want to like draw the little hand things on Dome? Nah, I'll just be lazy with it. And then like draw the little rock. I'm not gonna lie. I guess any writers and artists could relate to this. If you guys are like watching, if you ever try to like make a lore thing or something like that, have you ever like wrote or drew something for the entire series, right? And then you think of a concept where you're just like, oh, this is so cool, this is amazing, I can't wait to get to this part. And then you're trying to draw the part that you're at previously, and you just lose motivation to just continue working on this part because you want to get to the other part so bad. That's how I'm feeling like with this comic right here, or these set of comics. I'm thinking a lot about how the M4 and Matter battle will go, while C3 and Burrito is just talking to each other, trying to convince themselves while they're battling on like they should like work together some way or something. And I was like, damn, I'm getting, as much as I love the release Underground, I'm getting really bored with them now. I want to get to the heavy action again. Because one of my favorite parts of drawing Ashway's Pokemon were always the action scenes. That's why the battles were getting longer and longer as time progressed. I believe M4 and Solarium battle took at least 3 comics. And then the Bird Jesus battle with Matter and him took at least 5 or 6 comics. And originally planned Solarium Wars comic with King Fonz was supposed to be at least 10 comics. I think, how long did it last for? I gotta have to check. I think it lasts for 5. And then I wrapped it up with 3 bonus comics with the ending to that fight. Where originally it was supposed to have an ending to where False Prophet Solarion really tore this guy apart. Like, this was when Solarion Wars was going at its most violent. How far I could push it. There was going to be a point where when these two were battling, Solarion would literally rip fucking King Fon's arm off after he used Poison Jab again. And so wasn't just happening, it just ripped his whole damn arm off. And that was going to be like very graphic and all that stuff. I remember I used to put like blood warning and all that shit too when I was doing the actual Pokemon comics. Yeah, let me see the archive page. 8.5 years. Shit. And I'm still at the early phases of Series 2. Isn't that crazy? I mean, I got all the arcs planned out. I just have to properly write it. Like, put the, I got all the puzzle pieces, right, for Series 2. I just gotta put them together. Same thing for Mega Ruby. The only thing that's completely written out is Final Act. That I already got, like, everything all set up, and I know how I'm gonna make it play out to carry over to a Mega Ruby. Cause that's also was a problem as well. Cause I know I said it too. I was supposed to do it was supposed to originally stop at Omega Ruby. And then all of a sudden, you know, Ash's Pokemon was going slower. So I switched the ending to Final Act, which the last few Ash's Pokemon comics before the blog closed down was supposed to be like, you know, things coming to an end, like everything was going to be wrapping up and that will be the end of the series, and then secretly start Series 2. But now with all this free time and I got this passion to work on Ash's Pokemon, I reverted back to, okay, now I can branch this out to Omega Ruby, and I gotta like put some stuff in there to like fill in the patches, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to do much. In Omega Ruby, I already gone as far to creating like how everything is going to start off. It's going to be the Pantheon War. The same Pantheon War that happened in Solarion Wars is now going to happen in their world. And then that's when all the heroes, or like the main heroes, basically going to be C3 and M4, Burrito and Matter, Solarion Sunshine, and all 3 of the release Underground are going to come in and help. And I always like to imagine how chaotic that brawl is going to be too, because it's gonna go against like it's gonna be a free for all: Amber, Lord Dome, and then Helix, or I guess Corrupted Helix now in this case. Which is funny because Dark Helix wasn't going to be, like, I guess the reference to Dark Helix was when someone was bot in the chat and they referred to themselves as Dark Helix or something, and it was like covering the chat with bot spam. I wasn't into that idea. I guess you could kind of like call it that idea now. I'd rather like calling it like full corrupted Helix, because there's an anomaly going around that's corrupting everything. It corrupted M4 in the past. It corrupted it's corrupting Sunshine, and now one of the main sources is with Helix. So I guess you could kind of like dub it as Dark Helix. I rather like the term corrupted Helix. And then that same anomaly is gonna be in Series 2 as well, for Grand Adventure. So thinking of the all-out brawl like that, it's gonna be fun. Okay, so Solarian Wars. Let's see, when did it start? Game Soul Match the Kill. God damn, this lasted as long. Like Jesus. Go for broke. Solarian's army versus King Fonz. I guess this is where it started. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I think the Fist of July don't count. Yeah, that don't count. This was a fun ask. Would you cut that out? Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and that was when he transformed into the False Prophet. 12, 13. Yeah, we did like about 12 or 13 comics. Holy shit. And there was supposed to be like at least a bonus 2 or 3 comics to where False Prophet Solarian beat his ass. But I'm not gonna lie, it was fun doing all those acts, but it really did drag on for a long time. And then you got the epilogue, which I'm gonna have to like update as well, which is the final 3 comics that Solarian killed Fonz, and then he kind of like regretted, and then he kind of like got fucked over as well. One of these days, like, I'm gonna have to do an entire rereading. Like, it'll make a very, very fun stream or art stream that we could just do the archive pages and just read a lot, do a read aloud of Ash-Switch Pokemon. I would have to have like Breeze and other people who wants to voice these characters, which will be very fun. Oh god, I'll have to assemble an all-star cast. The only thing is, you people who like newly watching this, is the series good? From the artist's mouth, I had a lot of fun working on this series. I would say yes, but be prepared for a lot of plot holes and inconsistency, because this go by the philosophy of Dragon Ball writing mixed with X, Magic Annons, and all that other shenanigans, to where you're gonna be asking a lot of questions about the series. And since I'm also a big fan of Kingdom Hearts, you're gonna have a lot of Nomura questions as well. Nomura-like questions as well. So I'm hoping I'm kind of like what I'm doing here with Final Act and Omega Ruby, this new writing that I'm doing over the years. It will kind of like close all gaps, and then at the end leave new questions leading to Series 2. It's a fun read. That's all I'll say. It's a fun read. It's not the perfect read, but it's definitely a fun one filled with a lot of comics. 272. It starts off as an X series until you get to the Unova Saga. Then everything started to play out as a comic series. Or something like that, yeah. But damn, already so many years, like now it's starting to hit me. That means Dark and Breeze already is like at 9 years or close to its 10th year. Because I think Dark and Breeze was made at 2013. Jesus. And I think it was around June or May I started that series? I don't know, I have to look at the very first Dark and Breeze comic to find out as well. But for now, let me continue drawing this. I'm gonna go down, strip platoon. Oh god. Imagine keeping your evil characters evil. Burrito? Yeah, Burrito is the Espeon character that is on the right. Obviously you can't see it now, so what would happen if you added a leash to this pic? Then, well, it will turn into a Route 34 picture. I wouldn't be surprised. let's see, on our subreddit during Halloween and on Frequency emotes, the Bird Devil. Oh yeah, didn't I add that one, that emote into the Frequency? Yeah, I like that one. I like this. This is a cute emote. Yeah, I forgot I had a lot of old TPP emotes for this. Let's see, the dark shading looks good. Thanks. I think for me, I'm not really good at backgrounds or like that, but I try to get a very good dynamic in like coloring and all that to make sure everything worked. Well, at first they hated your Solarian. Of course they hated the Solarian lore because Solarian is a male, and everybody wanna yell at me saying it was female, so I had to correct that too, or at least talk about the thought process. Though to be real, I did mention in the past that it was a big oversight, and I also have admitted that if I didn't make that oversight, Solarian wouldn't be created as a character. But yet, that also the reason why I made him as a male is because I didn't know it was female, and Gen 1 has no genders, and I didn't really was active at the subreddit at the time, so a huge oversight on my end, that I will admit. But you know what? I wouldn't give that oversight any other way. Wasn't it supposed to be that Abby was also like one of the characters supposed to be male too? Wasn't Abby supposed to be male? And yet she was female in this series? I kind of forgot how it went. I know another Pokemon we were surprised that was portrayed as a female is also male. Gen 1, how do they work without genders? And then Stadium 2. I don't know. It is funny though how I always think over time, where one simple idea, that I love to make a series out of it, put like a whole hit piece on my back, with probably like some people that I thought I was cool with, or artists that kind of like rubbed it the wrong way, and they try to like call me out on that type of shit. I'm just like, well, this is a surprise. Okay then. That's why I kind of like stood in the background and everything, and just rather focus on my series and make fan art and just go and dip. I never was really a fan of like being into communities and all that stuff. I just thought like, hey, this is cool. I'll just post this up here. You guys like the series? I guess I'll continue on and put it up there. I didn't think it would get that much traction, and people keep a close eye on it in case of any lore interpretations or like that. Especially when it came to evolutions. I always had a feeling, and I stopped that a long time ago. I was trying to put my focus on other characters that were not Eevees. That whenever Eevee was captured in a run, people had to like delete it right away. Maybe it's kind of me being narcissistic to myself. Maybe I'm having like an ego with that. But I always see it as, oh god, release the Eevee before Piaxis creates something out of it, before everybody goes nuts over it and try to like find like 150 shades of reasoning on why we should keep this Eevee in the team. Get rid of that fucking thing now. And I'm just like, dude, I'm trying to get away from the Eevee stuff, because all my best characterizations go to the Eevees. Which is where this picture spawned, which has got to be one of my favorite pictures that I made in Twitch Plays Pokemon. No, I made two favorite pictures out of that. The Force Lore, the comic, and this picture. Because I don't like really do like rage posts or anything like that in the TPP subreddit. I like to do little small jabs. So I'm just like, alright, everybody gets it, including me, including the subreddit. And I always try to like see how far I can walk in the eggshells. And 75% of the time, it actually works. While the other 25%, people even get more pissed at me. And sometimes I'm just like, oh man, I guess I didn't want it to be like this. But at the same time, it's fucking funny. Eevee. Let's see, a lot of breeze. This one. So I made a parody of that with South Park. Haha, we did it! No more Eevee trash lore for this team! Enjoy getting booted out of Johto, you fucking furry! Hey! Don't call me furry, buddy! We're not your buddy, guy! I'm not your guy, friend! We're not your friend, buddy! I'm not your buddy, guy! I freaking love how I drew this Canadian South Park Eevee. My only mistake was the leg. It should have been like behind the floof. But This post made me crack up. I freaking love it. It was a fun post that I made. Didn't I had a separate post on its own? I might re-add this to one of my layouts. With the cutout. There it is. Open in the new tab. There you go. I might save this just in case for a rainy day. There you go. All in its full Eevee glory. I don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna head off. I need some sleep. Alrighty, Kip. You go get some sleep. Have a nice, lovely dreams, I guess. Long story short, basically what I'm trying to say is have a good night, sleep well, and good luck on winning that McDonald's gaming chair. I'm gonna continue reading down. I know, I'm sorry I'm missing a lot of stuff because I have the phone and then I also have focusing on the picture. I will be skipping some stuff, but hopefully I'll get to as much as I can. Let's see. The first I hated your Solarian lore. Let's see. I guess what's the thing with Solarian that made him work, unlike Meritor at the time, is that Solarian actually had character development, and his best development was in Solarian Wars, which I was happy. I will always say I'm happy that Solarian Wars turned more into a series than a special. Because sure, I could have ran with the original Asterisk Pokemon script. If Solarian would have got into a coma, then the whole thing with Meritor and Solarian would have taken place, where Solarian will have to be like a villain before, so that way Meritor don't destroy the Sunflare egg and all that, like so to say, kill Sunflare, and so on and so on. And then originally planned too as well, going further, Burrito been captured. So it was supposed to start this whole thing with the Dome stuff and versus the God Slayers, and then the Asterisk Pokemon crew, and then Meritor dies. I think what I'm writing now, or at least at that time, during that time, feel a lot more satisfying because not only Solarian gets his own spin-off, I could tell a more dark and light tale between main arc and then Solarian Wars. And then just overall in general, Solarian became one of my #1 favorites to draw of all time. One of the highly up there because he has so much character behind him. He made a real 360. He made a really change or like a complete 180 when compared to his days of being a religious person for Amber. The usual oh, I am a higher figure of the Church of Helix or the Church of Amber or something like that. I must treat myself with the highest dignity, respect, and all that. And when he walked up with Kokoro, he just got really humbled, and he became such a very nice Flareon, caring for everybody. And he got that, he got like a sense of humor and a badass side to him. So, and then we get to see how he's like in the false prophet state, where his darkest emotions just like finally get unleashed, where all his hidden anger, his hidden pains, his anguish finally just like lets out, and he just go crazy. I don't know, for me, like one of my characters too, the favorite ones to draw, it gotta be False Prophet Solarian. I freaking love him so much. It's such night and day between him and Meritor. I think I still got that video too to describe how perfect it is for a chicken nugget skit. It doesn't get any more better telling Meritor and Solarian apart than this. Where is it at? Oh, really? Shit. Not again. Don't worry, I didn't delete it. It just hidden somewhere. I just gotta remember what it's called. Who did it better? Who did Will Smith slap? Thank you, search. Oh. Who F Profit better? The audio. Is it audio or... Let me see. I just want to show the video. There you go. With audio.
Scarier than me?
I'm sorry. Let me hire this up real fast. Yeah, when it comes to their profit states and how they're night and day, I think this will be the best comparison, and Chicken Nugget works best for it.
You think you're scarier than me? You're not! I'm way scarier!
And like I said, if everything would have played out too, there also would have been an original ending if Matter didn't died and everything would have continued, and if there was a bad game over. Something like this would have been the final ending to Ash vs. Pokemon final act, to where Solarion wakes up, grips Matter by the neck or the mane, and just gives like a big roar, and he just tells her to just never come back. Just go, just leave, get out of here, get the fuck out of my world. I don't want to see you again, or else. So something like that. I'm gonna lower this down again. I'm gonna fast forward this picture for a little bit because I barely been working on it. I just been reading the chat and just doing my thing. So if you guys don't mind giving me like a quick 5 minutes, I'm gonna go speed run this really fast, and then I will catch up with y'all guys. I mean, I guess it'll give you some time to, I don't know, look at art, I guess. It is gonna be 5:57. Do I feel like Night in the Woods? Probably not. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing it tomorrow, like around 3. We'll kick it off a little bit early with Night in the Woods, and then we'll probably go up to like 1 or 2 chapters, and then call it a day. Cause the thing about Night in the Woods is you have to like explore the entire area in order to get a good ending with the parents. So I'm gonna want to do all that again, so that way I will be able to get the most experience out of the game. But for that, I have to do a lot of exploring in the town. I gotta do a lot of parkouring. I have to go into like secret stuff or like secret buildings that open on specific times of the day or something like that. I gotta have a full conversation with Rose, I think her name is. She's like this old dog. And this is, I wonder if she passed away at some point, because there was at some point in the story she just stopped showing up, and I'm like, where's my girl at? Where's my doggo? And she just never showed up again, and it was sad. She used to tell me like a lot of stories about her childhood with May's dad or something like that, or some dude. I forgot what it was. Okay, fix the mane up a tiny little bit there. Sometimes the way I draw Matter and Mane in Series 1 is also inconsistent. Sometimes I draw it going down, sometimes I draw it being together, like this, kind of like how I draw Breeze Mane. So, I don't know. I did made a funny joke too a long time ago. I could imagine if it was Series 2, and if Ash vs. Pokemon, like if Dark and Breeze would have took place in Series 2. I would have been like, yo, Breeze, the way Matter acts or something like that, she could probably be like your mother or something. But the way Matter acts or everything, and the way Breeze acts in the series, they're perfect. They'll be a perfect family. Either that or Burrito could adopt Breeze. Okay, finish that. Okay, how far I'm at here? The body, I gotta do the body. I want to make the legs longer. I know Matter's short, but she's not that short. And I do want to get the impression that she's walking through the cave, but at the same time, it just doesn't work when she's that small. I mean, I get it chibi-fied as well, but I at least want it to look good. Or maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just expecting too much from this one panel for a cameo panel. There you go. So now we got her legs longer. I don't think I need to draw her, because that's my problem drawing in this angle. I'm always thinking to myself, how am I going to draw the legs without it looking weird? See, like something like this. But then it looks like she just got a big ass pumpkin in the back. Like her legs are literally pumpkins. She'll be too thick. It won't look right when you look from it from overview. So I'll normally draw it without it. And then I draw the tail being higher than the hair, implying that it's like a cheat from the angles. I could just look up animal references too, on how they look in the front. But even proportions like that are weird to draw. How was her tail like again? I think her tail was also curly. Was it? Back to the original page. We're gonna go right here. Pretty sure she had a curly tail. Nope, I did the same trick here. Okay, so I'm not gonna know. I'm gonna have to I was gonna say free ball it. I'm gonna have to wing it. I'm gonna draw it as regular for now, and then I'll do the curl later. Okay, I guess this works. I think I just gotta give this one more tail spike. And there we go. I think we finished drawing matter. So what I'm going to do is bring this up, get the white, do something fun. I'm gonna take out all this green and red, so that way she's more cleared up, or at least the picture is a little bit more clear, right? There you go. And easy peasy. Okay, so now the thing is, now that matter is bigger, I'm gonna have to draw a burrito just as big as well. Cause it looks like he's just more, I want to draw him being like, kind of like hopping happy-go-lucky in front of matter, or about to like jump happy-go-lucky in front of matter. So what I'm going to do with this is probably make it a little bigger. Yeah, let's try to make burrito a little bigger. Hey, perfect song for these two. Nice. Goddamn, burrito just looking thick right there. His ass is looking thick. Okay, I kind of like want to put it like right here. And I want to change the pose a little bit. Oh my god. I'll fix that really fast. There you go. Scale him up a little bigger. And then put him a little bit more in the front. There you go. All according to plan. Anchor layer. And then we're just gonna fix this up with another white background and then merge it. That is not a white background. That's a rip to another dimension. To another reality. Burrito, what are you doing? Your love is spreading all over across the universe. Okay. I'm going to go very, I'm gonna speed run this. That's a Chairman Meow side story for 2065. Long story short, I do feel bad for Chairman. Out of all the characters out of the original 6, I gave him the least amount of love. And even to Series 2, I can't really think of anything to do with that character. His story was basically told at the Mount Silver arc, and then he just came back, and I wanted to write him do more in Final Act, so I may have him come back at some point joining the battle with M4 and C3. Because originally how I written him, I don't know why I written him like this. He only joined the battle because like everybody, like originally it came in squads. The big four were basically Zenny, M4, C3, and Chairman. And then most of the Sun Court and Scouts stood behind. But those four that I mentioned just now, they went to Kalos to take on Matter. At some point, Zenny and Agent 6 is believable because they're really working on their mission. They have to work on the mission. And then Zenny wanted to help out Agent 6 with her mission on researching like stuff about the release underground, like Pokemon, like do you believe in ghosts? There's Pokemon that are walking around that's supposed to be dead. This was one of my missions that I'm supposed to investigate what's going on with that. So she found the Abby, and they went to go to chase with that. And then they decided, well, we did our part here and everything. Let's go home and to check on Solarion, which is Abby's gonna mention, because Sunshine is going to leave to see Cresselia. So they're gonna go watch over Solarion while Sunshine is gone. Okay. And then we have M4 and C3. Of course, they're the main two characters of the Kalos arc, so everything is gonna carry with them. And then we have Chairman, which Chairman's part was just basically, alright, I'm just gonna drop you off in Kalos, look around, and then I'm out. I do want to evolve Chairman in some type of way, which means the final roster will be basically Burrito Matter. If I could find a way to write him, I would. Burrito Matter, C3 and M4, and then Zexy, and then Chairman, if I'm able to fit him in. Yeah, but I do feel bad, like, and basically, especially Scout too, because Scout arc is basically trying to learn cut, trying to get gain confidence, and also secretly try to get with Chairman. But her story concluded in series 2, which is when she went to go deliver the sword with Laser Gator. So now her story kind of like concluded, and I don't know where to go from there. So they're more kind of like sidelined for now. I'm trying not to give them the Toriyama treatment, but that's exactly what they're getting. At least there was concepts that Chairman and Scout was gonna cross over, like after the Bill stuff. They was gonna cross over to Matter's world and like fix the world from the ground up. Because Chairman's communist rule is also ruled by Lord Dome and democracy, so he was probably gonna like step up to the plate and fix that world up altogether. Now that Matter's away, she's living with in the Asterisk Pokemon world, and what you call it? Bill is gone, so the Overlord is defeated, something like that. Okay, Darkshade is good. There's a Chairman with it. We could have had no, we could have each of us do a voice. Yeah, we need someone like. We need a voice that, God, we have an entire cast. We have an entire roster of people to go through. Like, you know how many characters are in Asterisk Pokemon? A freaking lot, including Solarion Wars, Final Act, and Series 2. We only found out Abby was male after you started. Really? So when I introduced Abby as a female, you guys are like, yo, quick, check this out, so we could get another reason to yell at Pioxis. Nice. For once, I guess we discovered something. That's awesome. That is very awesome. And I can't believe that was on my account. Jesus. See? I could fuck up, but I could cause a ripple. I didn't just cause a ripple. I just put my foot down in the entire community's asses. Nah, I don't want to put it like that. Another oversight that I won't regret. We had a lot of evolutions in seasons 1 and 2. Yep. Dom, did you know Pio quit TPP for a total of 2 days and then came back? Don't mention that, Dad. Don't fucking mention that drama. I still regret that to that fucking day. Kip left. Night Kip. I will dream of the chair. That is Solarion the protagonist on his side of the series. Yeah, in the main series, there's like 5 different threads. Let's see. Thanks for spoiling the series, though, Pio. you know I'm an anime only person. I mean, if I make Asterisk Pokemon the animated series, then I feel sorry for you, then. Okay, I guess I'll do Burrito now, and then I'm gonna head out. I'm sorry if I took a long time getting to everybody's chat like that, but hopefully I get satisfying answers to things, I suppose. Now you see why that I said in the past, how I always felt that TPP always had, like, even though I was kind of like, I guess you could say I was like a known figure in the community, you kind of know why I stood behind in the background, didn't talk to anybody, just post my stuff and left. And I always felt like there was a target on my back for like no fucking reason. It was because of like those damn things, it was like those damn reasons. I just wanted to go in there, have fun, then leave, chill with the chat and TPP chat. And then any ideas that come up, I'll just post it on there. Because that's what TPP is at the end of the day. It's like a series of ideas that conjured up. into like one thing that we could all mostly agree on. And the Ash Pokemon turned into like its own fun thing to be like, yo, even I had to say, I don't want to get into that much of a TPP lore. Ash Pokemon is based like around TPP lore, but since the series is continuing and it's turning into its own big thing, I want to count it as an AU. Keep that away, and then your guys can have y'all lore and all that stuff. And I guess that spawned like the OG. I call it the OG 3 of like lore expanders: Zetsu, OPE, and myself. And that made things even worse on my end. How did I manage to stay on for that long and not hold that much of a grudge in the community or something like that is beyond me. Because I really had a lot of fun with the community. All your guys in Switch with Pokemon were freaking fun. It's just that time passed, Ash started to get less, and then just things went the way it did. And it also didn't help when TPP got into its fair share of controversy as well, especially with the streamers. So I left for more personal, private reasons for Discord, but I let them, and then only that, I wasn't being that active as well. So they do them, I do me. It was fun while it lasted, and I just want to leave it as that. But yeah, you kind of see where I was getting at with that when I always say like, I'm always happy for the Twitch Plays Pokemon community, but I always felt there was some shit behind the scenes on like, if Piaxes were here in our setting, in our territory, we would fucking hammer him, unreasonably hammer him. Like, we would just hate fuck him for no reason. Like, I always had that feeling, and I'm glad that kind of confirmed it. So I'm glad that that's why I don't really like communities all like that. Being part of communities, because there's always some snaky shit going on in the behind the scenes. Not to say that Twitch Play Pokemon was always like that. Maybe debatably behind devs, because they always kind of like, when I was there, they always kind of like ripped each other apart. I don't know how they are nowadays, but when the time when I was at the dev team, they always had a fight. They had a fight with each other, and I was like, yeah, I can't fuck with this. I'm out. But I always had that type of feeling. It was just like, okay, this guy, he creates furry fuck shit. He's forcing lore all over the place. Oh no, not forced lore. Oh no, the tragic sin of the community, where I'm just really want to create something that was just fun. So I'm just like, all right, fuck it. If I want to have that vibe, I'm just gonna participate in a few things. Adventures in Chat always gotta be the most fun thing that I always participated in, and it's kind of like the origins of like Piaxes being a streamer. Because I met a lot of great people at Adventures of Chat or Twitch Speaks or whatever it was. And it showed me more of a more fun side of the Twitch Plays Pokemon community that I kind of like enjoyed for a while. But there's always had that thing in the back of my mind that if there's just people saying like fuck Piaxes and all. That's why I say that I'm cautious. That's why I say I don't friend people right away. That's why I say it takes me 10 years to be friends with motherfuckers. Cause of shit like that. Shit like that. I've been through this circle. I've been through that ring hundreds and thousands of times. Okay, now I'm finally off the low energy. Now I'm revving up. Now I'm starting to feel like a fire flame up when I go back and talk about shit like that. It always has to be some behind the shit bullshit. It can never end on a peaceful note. No, it always gotta be this person's a fucking dickhead. This person's a fucking asshole. Let's air this motherfucker out in the community. It don't end peacefully. And I'm just like, alright, I'm only cool with you until you tell me fuck you. Once you tell me fuck you back, I'm doing my own thing. And I've been in that circle so many times with close friends or people that I just known over time, and I'm just like, I'm not doing that shit anymore. Stop with this high school bullshit. I'm gonna do me, you do you, and move the fuck on. I don't know where that came from, but maybe because personal experience too. But that's how I gotta put my foot down. That's how I gotta approach it, and that's why I'm always cautious when it comes to people. People friend me on Discord. I'm like, nah, I don't know you all like that. I'm gonna leave it right there, or I'm just gonna exit out. People sending me DMs all the time. If I know you, I'll probably like respond to it right away. If I don't know you, I'm gonna look at it and say like, oh, that's neat, that's okay. And if you get mad about it, fuck off, because I don't know you all like that. Be around more so I can know you more. All right, all right. I don't know why I got into a tangent like that, but I gotta say it like that, you know? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me just having a real moment again. Maybe I'm tired. It's always when I'm tired I have to be real, or maybe I'm just thinking about Night in the Woods. I don't know. Maybe I am being like a little bitch about it. I mean, it has been a long time ago. But shit like that really stays with you, you know? And I always try to end things on like the best note. And it's not gonna stop me from talking about it, I guess. But shit like that, it's hard to like actually, I guess, say let go. Yeah. But at the same time, you kind of like, just because you move, okay, it's a valuable lesson. Just because you moved on from it doesn't mean that feeling instantly go away, you know? And stuff like that, if you face that experience over and over again, it's gonna build up over time. And it's just gonna make you just like want to stay away from the whole shit altogether. So that's why I'm just like, I'm cautious to who I'm with. I'm cautious to like who I hang out with or who I talk to. And then if I know you long enough, I'm gonna open up more to you. If not, don't be surprised if you message me and I'm just like, ignore it. I don't do it on purpose. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know you to that level yet, so I don't know. Therapy with Piaxis, everybody. I don't know. Okay, burrito. Okay, chat and then burrito. I look at chat and then look at burritos. Okay. And once again, I do apologize for that little outburst. I know it's gonna look it's gonna be one of those moments where I look back on stream and be like, wow, that really isn't my proudest moment. But I guess it happened. It has to happen every once in a while. I don't know. Okay, seriously, I just read that. You were satisfying? That's what I always say too. I'm always glad for people who follow me over time. Even got to know me and my bullshittery. They see one thing of an artist and think they're like the nicest person in the world, and then they actually get to meet them and they're the complete opposite. They're either degenerate or, in my case, really weird and talk about a lot of sexual stuff and just like. But at the same time, I do have that side that I'm just chilled and like to have fun. I do know my boundaries and respects when we talk privately and all that stuff. It's just like, I don't know. I don't know where I was going for that. Did you see Scarlet and Violet's exclusive Pokemon? Oh my god, I saw more than that, Toxic Dome. I saw fucking Scarlet and Violet's leaks, and we talked about it on that NC stream. I am hyped for the game. I'm not gonna lie to you. The Pokemon, I love a lot of them. In 2 weeks after Scarlet and Violet come out, I'm gonna do a full stream. Like how we did with Legends Arceus and also the Gen 2 Betamon leaks. I'm gonna go over every single Pokemon that appeared in this new generation and give my thoughts on it. So I can't wait to do that. That's why I'm giving like a 2-week time limit. So that way, spoilers passed. Hopefully everybody got done with it. They got done in the game. And I'm gonna tell them, I'm gonna tell the chat, like, yo, once we get into these spoilers, I'm gonna put like spoiler territory. I'm gonna rename the stream that, so that way we're gonna review the Pokemon. But I want to at least do it when people have a chance to play the game. Yeah, because to me, as well, it probably might take me 2 weeks to beat the game. So that's why I'm putting that time limit. I want to take as much time as possible in the game and actually enjoy it for a while, and then go over the Pokemon and spoil myself. Even more. Dead reopening Dark PO's Dark Past. Yes, it all started long ago. Back in the Inner Mysteries, before Piaxis fully came Piaxis. Back when he was known as Team Piaxis 99. Okay, let's be real. In Reddit, I was also known as Piaxis as well. I even got that as my account as Piaxis. I guess it's more on where Piaxis came from, I guess. It started out at YouTube, met with Breeze and a couple other friends, and then everybody moved on and did their own thing in their lives. I Scribble, that was another era with our friend group, and then they just moved on. Most of it ended in a good note too, so that was good. Then let me see. There was Reddit. Yeah, I guess after that, that's when me and Bree started we started like catch up even more. We started to like talk again. And then we also did the Dark and Breeze series. Then came Ash Twitch Pokemon. And later, I'm pretty sure Dead was the one that brought up the idea of me going to the subreddit. And that's when I got more engaged with the subreddit side of things. You know what's funny, Dead? I could literally say, in a fun way, that if people hated me in that subreddit, it was because of you. You brought out the monster to the subreddit. You unleashed the full era of lore to the subreddit. Okay, not really. But it was kind of like that axe that was suggesting, like, hey, you draw a lot of good art stuff, and I kind of like what you do. Do you want to bring that over to the subreddit? It'll get more notoriety and all that. And based on the writing, I'm pretty sure it was Dead who wrote that. So, because at that time, when I was doing Ash vs. Pokemon, once again, I was like very skeptical on communities. I don't like communities. I just, like, in Tumblr, I just treated it more like a blog series. Like, you know, I didn't know much about the Twitch Plays Pokemon fandom on even Tumblr side. I just posted just stuff willy-nilly, live blogging, and then I later discovered the Twitch Plays Pokemon tag, and I was like, oh, so that's a thing too. And I started doing posts on there as well, started to get more traction, and then I got that axe when I was doing Ash vs. Pokemon, and I guess later on, I posted that first comic, which was which was it? It wasn't the Ice Bucket Challenge. Bath Day with Bath Day with Napoleon, where he had to clean the fuck out of Solarion, Sunbrella, and I think Sunshine, yeah. Still one of my favorite classic comics. And then that's what kicked off the whole, people kind of like liked it. And I was like, alright, I guess I'll bring my series over there. Because, what people don't know about Ash vs. Pokemon in the subreddit during the time was we was already at the Unova arc. So nobody didn't know anything about the Mount Silver arc and opening act with its characters. Like, we was like way ahead in Ash vs. Pokemon time in the middle. So like, yeah. You give me too much credit. Hey, you deserve all that credit. You're a good person. So, you deserve all the credit and be like, yeah. You know, you see this motherfucker right here that you guys hate? I get to say that I unleashed this monster on you. Fuck, I drew this on the wrong layer. Oh, I hate when that happens to me. Don't worry, I can fix this really fast. I'm glad I started this, I peeped this out early, rather than later on ahead. If there's one thing that doesn't this one thing that piss off an artist a lot, it's when they realize they've been drawing on the wrong layer. Oops, I didn't get the right, outline. Wait, so does that mean Mirror Island was that too? Okay, good. Hers was pitch black. Okay, let me fix this really fast, and then we'll continue our conversation. Let me see. I'm gonna read down to... I read that. Specifically, the Great Tusk and Ironhead Pokemon. I can't talk about the spoilers, Toxic Dome. Oh, the future forms? Sexy. A lot of them are like overkill, though. But I can't wait for those 2 weeks after Scarlet and Violet went by, because I really want to talk about the Pokemon, and I really want to rag on some Pokemon as well. Because there are some that I'm just like, the fuck is this thing? I will say one thing though. I'll give one spoiler. They just straight up added a fucking flamingo in the game, and it's still the funniest shit I ever see. It's not like Tucana, or whatever the toucan is, or Toucanon, in Gen 7, where it's just a straight up toucan, that has a typing. No, this is just a straight up flamingo, nothing special about it. And I find it the most basic, funniest things that they put in there. I don't know why. There's other ridiculous Pokemon too, but I want it. It's just a straight up flamingo. I want a flamingo in my team. Alright, let me fix this up real fast. And that says, sorry Peel, didn't realize how much it hurt you. Don't worry about it. I think stuff like that also helps you with just like moving on and also carry that thing. It's life lessons, you know? It's trial and error in life. Or at least I more see it as that. Reality is harsh, and you just gotta adapt and adjust to it. Let me see. Not everything is always all sunshine and rainbows, but I can also make the most of it. And I think that's the more important thing for me. As long as everything ends on a good note, then it's fine. So I try to always make sure I leave everything in the best note. And if I am the way that I am and y'all guys don't like it, well, there's some reasoning to that. There's some history to that. It's not always black and white. I'm not just a raging asshole. I'm a raging asshole with reasons. I had this talk before with the Roblox thing. Nah, I don't like that. I don't like the way I did this. And I guess like always, how long we been live for? We've been live for a good 2 hours and 20 minutes. That's really cool. And if y'all guys got anything want to talk about or anything like that, feel free to let me know. Cause for me, I kind of like mostly ran out of stuff to talk about. Even though for a stream that I was kind of like low energy from the start, and now I'm kind of like super high energied for obvious reasons. I still don't really got much to like really talk about. I still got my docket, but I still want to save that for, like I said, a rainy day. And yeah, I guess it's all up to how long do I want to draw this burrito for. Yeah, because I want to finish up with him and then just be over that, and then that's it. Let's see, did you know Animal Crossing New Horizons is now the best-selling video game in Japan of all time? Really? That's kind of surprising. I mean, it was good. I didn't know it was an all-time now because Animal Crossing already like had his big wave, and even with the new updates that's coming out, nobody like really talked about Animal Crossing anymore. Or I didn't even know if there was people still buying Animal Crossing. But I thought everything was just bought after like the first or second year it came out, or whatever year it came out. And then after that, it just like died down, it finished, and then yada 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 yada. So that's good for Animal Crossing. Congrats on that. I mean, sure, it has its complaints or its downsides. It like people complain that it don't feel like true Animal Crossing, whatever that means. But I'm really glad that New Horizons got up there in the sales. That's awesome. That's really awesome. That dude makes me go back and think that I want to go back to my Animal Crossing stuff and see what I've missed and see what's going on in that game. It's been a long time since I played it. I want to check back in my old world. And Splatoon 3 is now the top 15 and past Splatoon 2. That is good, because Splatoon 3 was one of the most highly anticipated games that everybody wanted to come out. So I could see it being high up there as a top 15. That's good. That's really good. I gotta get ready for that Splatfest now that I remember. Like, when is that Pokemon Splatfest coming out? I'm gonna look that up right now. I got news, but it's kind of a downer. I think I know what you're gonna say, Toxic Dome, so feel free to mention it. It is also really sad too if you're thinking what I'm thinking. Pokemon Splatfest. That will be when? What time does the Splatfest Splatfest start? It will begin today. It actually started today. 4 p.m. The Splatfest will begin on Friday, November 11th, and will end on Sunday, November 13th. Oh shit! I gotta let my crew know that they started that Splatfest. We're gonna have to like play it, and I think they got a day off today, so I'll be down to play Splatoon 3 if they're down for it. Yep. Oh shit! I gotta start preparing, man. Again. Yeah, Kevin Conroy. Wasn't he like one of the voices of Batman? I saw that in like Forever News. I'm like, yo, why we keep losing all of the big legends, voice actors of our time, all going one by one? It's too depressing. It's bad enough that I had to deal with the Yu-Gi-Oh creator. Now this. It's like 2022. Have to keep taking more bodies. And then it's gonna be like that even more in 2023. But it is some sad news when I did heard about it. Damn, that sucks. Hold on. What do you mean? This is everything ever. No, this is everything ever that people die. Yeah, but I feel like more and more, it sounds like we're getting more notable names. Like hell, what started off this year? Was it the tragic thing that they talked about with like Kobe, and then other famous people. Of course, famous people die every year, but I feel like we're seeing more and more of that like each year. It's probably just me. But I'm feeling like there's more celebrities or something like that just passing away in bigger numbers. And I'm not liking that. I'm not liking that at all. It could be just me, though. Could be just me. Burrito's ears is very long, so I'm going to draw his ears a little bit longer. I'm going to have to zoom out here. This will be right here. Yeah. I think that's the right size? Nah, they too huge. They too huge. Now I feel my energy kind of like peaked, and now I'm ballooning. I'm deflating right back to my normal like low energy thing. Which is kind of like the best time for me to be like this, because now I can put full focus on my art. Which is nice for me, nice for thee. I'm always like that offline too. Like when I have, what you call it? It's a weird thing with me. Sometimes when I put focus on art, it takes me a while. I gotta have something on in the background to like draw in, right? But my focus is not there. I always want to do something else. And then when I'm kind of like tired out, but I still want to draw, I kind of like default into like this position where I'm like, I got my head leaning on my arm. I'm more drawing the characters out right now. And it's just mostly me and Zen in my Zen mode. Just drawing out and also looking at the chat, seeing how y'all guys are doing. And hopefully this thing will be done fast. But I'm feeling good right now. I'm feeling nice, relaxed, and kind of in a calm mood. It's always when I burst out all of my energy, Joe. Like, that's the feeling that deflated. Yeah. Like when y'all see me in those sand streams, I'm feeling like that right now. Like, ugh. I don't know. He's a iconic VA dead. Yeah, and also people die all the time too. And it sucks that he died though. Yeah. I mean, I guess a lot of people make that type of argument as well too. Oh, another celebrity died. No surprise. I don't know. I still feel sad that someone just still passed away regardless. I'm just like, aw. I don't like hearing about death news, but at the same time, that's also my fault because it's like, oh, just talk about it anyway. I don't mind for that. I'm always open for conversation with that. But I do get the other side of people saying like, well, another celebrity dies, no surprise and all that stuff. It sucks, but ain't that normally a normal thing? Or there's those type of people that be like, well, a celebrity dies, everybody boo-hoo about it. But then when someone else regular dies, like a normal person dies, nobody talks about it. I will be like, well, you don't have to be a dick about it. Ugh. Okay. Almost done with his ear, and then after that, I could probably work on his body. His body is probably going to be the hardest part to work on, because I'm thinking on what position should I give him. Should I make him, what you call it? Okay, I'm thinking on position. I'm going to have to open a new layer for this. How do I want him to be bouncy? I'm fine if you're sad, but also I don't think what you're saying is more about notable people than 9 years versus any other years. True, unless you could list examples of notable people you specify. That's the thing. So many famous people be dying like back to back to back to back. All my years are like fucked up. Let me see. Bang. But then again, I am basing this more on feeling than I am on fact. So Like I said, it just could be me. It just could be me. So that's the thing that I'm willing to walk that one back on. No. How I'm gonna draw this? Okay. So I can go with him in two ways. I can either go with this position where he's jumping around in, but I gotta draw him more fatter. Or at least more, like his body going this way. Let me make this a darker outline, because I like to make this bright green. Or... okay. I'm getting the idea in my mind. I'm going to change this to a different color other than green, because I already used green. Let's make this blue. Hopefully this don't hurt your eyeballs as well. Like in 2016, if you were into 60 sports, Gordie Howe and Muhammad Ali dying right next to each other sucked. Oh man, that I remember. That was freaking tragic. Or at least I remember people talking about it. Oof. And then this year, I'm just thinking like, what happened? It was... who died this year that I can remember? Kobe. Let me see. That was one. Gilbert Gottfried, or I can never say his last name right, but comedian Gilbert passed away. Let me see who else, if I could remember during this time. Of course, the Yu-Gi-Oh creator is one, and then now with this iconic voice actor for Batman, or one of the Batman series or something like that. I'm sorry, I can't. I shouldn't have laughed at that. It is kind of tragic when, like, we even talked about that too when Eric Carter died. But Tommy C really made a fucking show out of that one, huh? So now I can't think of it with saying like without Tommy going, oh, Eric Carter, did you hear he died? He's such a sweet boy. He's just like a from a long time ago. He's that kid, that adorable little child that made that pop hit song and all that stuff. He's adorable. How could he die? This is so surprising. I was like, oh, damn, really, Tommy? But I can't help to laugh at it, too. That's such an assholey thing, but fucking hilarious thing, that he keep doing that whole fucking bit. Ugh. But still, drowning in the bathtub, though, that still gets to me to this day. And then this is a possible murder that took place, though. So I'm wondering if that case actually progressed more. If they found, like, any hints, if it was just, like... they found out like who's the guy that did it or something, like, cause that's crazy. How is that gonna happen at a possible murder with a huge name like Aaron Carter, and that's gonna be like all quiet for a long time? Hey Fox 4, what's going on, dude? Hopefully you're doing okay. And Mr. Queen, yeah, that was another big one too. Yeah, how can I forget the Queen? That's another huge one. Shit. Like I say, everything, like, all these famous deaths that be happening, that they just pass by, like, so fast. I don't know. I can't even keep track anymore. I just want to ask, can we just go 1 year without a year taking, like, celebrity bodies? That would be nice. Or just bodies in general. Just bodies in general. Doesn't have to be famous. Just let us all live for another year. And then hit us with a meteor in the next year. But like, yeah, what's happening, Fox 4? Hopefully you're doing okay. We're just doing a stream right now of art. And I was gonna do like other games like Night in the Woods or something like that, but I'm just feeling more meh. This stream definitely was a roller coaster. I was low energy, then high energy, then low energy, then the high energy, and then I'm just like deflated again. Just more wanting to like draw. But hopefully everything's been alright with you, my dude. Right now, I'm just finishing drawing up this Ash Witch Pokemon panel with Marito and Matter. So that way I can knock another one done off the books. And then we could... like, my goal is hoping I will get this these set of comics done before December. And now, since I don't really have to work on that much art stuff now, I love that, no, not that I love. It's really awesome now that, that's commissioned, no. The commission to Dead is finally done. You can talk Beatrice. And, he really enjoyed it. And I think that's really the last, like, art thing I really had, like, backed up that involved, like, commissions and all that. So now, it just, working on my own time, which I've really been doing, finishing up any other arts that I haven't finished in the past. And I'm hoping these set of comics will be one of them. Peel's asking for the Thanos snap unironically. No! I don't want a Thanos snap. And I don't want a meteor to hit us all either. I'm gonna have to be like Fry from Futurama. If the world is gonna end, then just freaking end it. It's the waiting that's freaking unbearable. I'm gonna delete this. Oh, I can't erase that? Did Gilbert Gottfried die this year? I think he did. When did Dave did that stream? Dave did that stream where he talked about him. Was it this year or last year? I swear it was this year. It felt like it was beginning of this year. Or not even beginning of this year. It was somewhat close to the middle of this year. Somewhere around there. Yep. Oh, he did? Oh, okay. Yeah, it felt like it was this year. I don't like how I'm doing this hand. Bang. No. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was supposed to find that water stream. I haven't found it yet. I'm still looking through the Undertale archives to see if we could do that that revisit of the water stream. And then I'll put that for one of my anniversary, no, not anniversary, my Leaf Green marathons. No, not Leaf Green. Let's Go marathons. I'm sorry. I want to draw Burrito more leaner. Because I drew him more fuzzier, right? Let me see that little burr hug. That little adorable burr hug. Yeah, he's less puffier here. So I'm going to have to draw him less puffier. Let's see. It was on April. Oh, okay. I got it. Gotcha. Damn, April. It feels too soon, man, for a lot of these people. I don't care if they're like 60 or 100. It still feels too soon. Technology needs to advance further that we could live for another 100 years. Please. Let's see. I could draw Burrito bouncing. I don't like that. So I'm just going to... Maybe this will work? Yeah, something like that. Nah. I mean, he's bouncing too high in the air. I don't like these angles. Okay. I think I got it. I'm envisioning it in my mind. I'm going to draw the back of Burrito right here. Like he's doing like a little jump curve. Right? No, but then that won't work either. I guess I'll go back to originally planned. Go like this. And then I'll work my way down as I go with the body. I guess that'll work. I don't think I really need to like redraw this based on how I'm drawing this. But I do want to do another layer just in case. Let's see. Now I got the new topic. Let's get dead people off the mine. All I see is dead people. All I see is dead. Yes, you got dead in the mine. You got our beloved dead. Why wouldn't you have dead on the mine? That is a nice, lovable cat person Espeon thing who is pink. And if you will see his VTuber at some point, then you will always have him on the mine because he is that adorable. That fluffy and that nice, I think. Let me see. Okay, I gotcha. I don't know. I guess you could tell now is when I'm just like during these points. I'm low energy to the point. Well, not low energy. And I always catch myself like this in streams too. if there's anything that I hate, is that feeling of I still want to keep streaming. I still want to go on as long as I can. But I have nothing in the tank now on things to talk about. And I'm just like, what else could I think from the top of my mind that was important or that always been on my mind that I could scrounger up? But then it's just like, I don't know what else been happening during the day or during the week. Like this week, I've mostly been telling you guys like what I've just been mostly doing with my niece and all that stuff, with the Roblox and all that. And then other than that, like it has been a really slow week on all types. Like for me, in my opinion, it's just been slow on all types of the field. In terms of me doing like gaming stuff, in terms of like life things after Halloween has passed. Even in like drama and commentaries, there haven't been anything that been catching my eye other than what's been going on with Slick Goku. I gotta finish watching the whole video on what happened to him. Cause it sounded like YouTube royally fucked them, but I'm just like, I haven't watched the whole video to do like a full take on that. It's just a shame, cause I also heard that one of the cool VAs in that community, Crunk Force, I heard that he deleted his channel or his videos or something like that, cause they keep getting like demonetized. And he also wanted to do like his own thing, like get his life together and all that stuff as well. So he just left the YouTube scene and all that stuff. I don't know. But other than that, there really haven't been that much stuff to like really get my rocks on, huh? Good one. Meow meow. I'm a dog person, by the way. Woof woof. DA's on fire at the moment? What's going on with DeviantArt? Huh? I don't know what's going on with DeviantArt, but I don't see nothing that's going down. DeviantArt looking fine to me. AI art tools? DeviantArt have AI art tools now? Where is it and how could I go to it? Like, oh no. Dude, this AI war has been crazy for fucking artists, dude. Who's this one guy? I forgot who it was. I know Nuxtaku talk about him because he was covering all the Japanese controversies or something like that. There was this VTuber that I heard that he said that he drew this piece of art or he commissioned this piece of art, and the picture was so obvious. Like, you know, there was stuff that was misplaced. The stocking was a higher layer than like say clothes or hair or something like that. Or the hair was like lower level than the eyes, so the eyes kind of like have my Piaxis effect to where the eyeballs are always overlaying the hair, stuff like that. And it looked like it was drawn by like an AI, and people called him out about it. And I think he left the internet for like a while too. And a lot of people already was complaining about it at the time. With just even with that, it goes back to NFTs when artists raged war against people who was doing NFTs because it got into their commissions, it like messed up their money, and now we artists gotta fight robots. How are we gonna fight robots? What happens when they perfect the technology? We're fucked. I'm fucked. I was already fucked enough as is when with my capable art skills. Please don't kill me off now with a shotgun with AI technology. AI art tools. I thought you meant Devil Artemis? No. But it was someone who was involved in Devil Artemis channel. Crunk Force, if you ever saw the Perfect Cell or Cellmint versus Shrek, and the one who did the Shrek voice was Crunk Force, and he did his own set of videos with 2GS being Prince Vegeta and who else was it? Slick Goku, and he was one of the ones that got clapped at some point. 2GS got it worse. Not only he got demonetized, he also got hacked at some point over some political thing. Well, he did a political segment. That's what I'm saying. Like his stream got hacked by people who wanted to host this political stream or political debate on that was on TV or something like that. Eventually, he got everything back. And he can't go too further into detail, but he had to also since he's not being monetized and all that stuff, he just decided, yo, I'm not making bread here. I'm gonna delete most of the old videos. But he does explain more. I just haven't got around to that. Let me see. See, I'm at 4 minutes in the video. So, I guess if you guys want, we could watch this together if you guys want. And then we could make our own reaction, our own takes from there. Because I'm really curious on what happened to Slick. Because he's one of my favorite YouTubers that I like watching on the daily. That is not drama. It's more funny anime skits or something like that involving characters. So, I don't know. What's the title of this video? This video is We Beat October, but at what cost? Yeah, and it's from Slick Goku. Yeah, so I wouldn't mind reacting to that with y'all guys as soon as we're done with drawing Burrito, no matter how long that takes. I'd be okay with that. Speaking of Burrito, let's draw his derriere going up in the air. Maybe like this. Okay, I think I'm getting onto something. Let's go Burrito. Put it like that. I'm gonna have to chop up his leg a little bit here, but I guess it'll be kind of fine. Huh. Okay. And then draw his feet. I may do another thing. There we go. No. It looks weird. It looks weird if I can. That's the thing about drawing legs. Like, what's it called? Quadrupeds? That's with 4 legs, right? Characters like these, when you draw them in certain angles with their legs, it is so hard to get it right. And I would want to, yeah, do this and make his feet like that. And I think I'm gonna have to go with this. Oh, you know what? No. Because his arm is up here. I was gonna say what I could have done is the reverse, right? His arm go this way. Sorry if that looks weird. And then I'll draw like this, which makes the leg probably go even more down. And then the other leg go like this. But then getting that positioning will be just as hard. So what could I do from here then? You can honestly learn how to use AI art to enhance your sketching process before you do your final line art. That will help greatly for that, yeah. Because there is tools to straighten up your line arts already. I guess my style was, I kind of like the authenticity of hand-drawn art, so that's just my thing. And I guess you could call this digital art that I'm doing like hand-drawn because I'm going by like a tablet pen or something like that. I'm not using any special tools to make everything look more smoother and lighter. This is all hand-drawn from here. And I kind of like that vibe from my artworks as well. I mean, with AI art, I don't really see it as a huge problem. But I can see why a lot of artists could be angry, like, oh, you cheated with this AI art or something like that. And there's also that fear that AI art is going to be the future of commissions. Like, you don't need to hire artists anymore. And I guess in the way Nicholas D'Orio would put it, you don't have to deal with all that drama with artists as well. Just hire an AI to do like incredibly great art, and I guess you're set. Like, you can just type in, I want a VTuber of a bunny with orange hair, humanoid, but still looking kind of like furry-ish, a gajinka. And also they have a steampunk outfit, or something that they'll wear from Cyberpunk. Bam! And that AI will completely perfect that that type of picture that they want. They didn't need a commission. They just need to do a thing. Well, time to do some scientific research themselves. Bye, guys. Trust me, Toxic Dome. once you look it up in different types of porn, you're gonna become a furry master in drawing that type of shit. Also, fuck you. Alright, Toxic Dome. You go do your thing. You go have fun. Also present that moment to Elon Musk. I think you will have higher chances on being a Twitter employee. But seriously though, have a good one, Toxic Dome. I'm going to... Oh, fuck. I actually am going to watch that part of the stream. It's going to be also a not prouder moment of mine. But I kind of love that it did happen. I like that type of genuine reaction that I have with y'all guys on stream. That shit was wild. And I'm just like... It made for a great moment, but never again, please. Oh, if I couldn't be a more embarrassed moment from that, it had to been that one. Okay. Also look up Cell Hentai. Alright, I'm gonna continue working on that. Okay. I'm almost done this. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I am feeling gassed out as well. I may give this another 5 to 10 minutes, and then I think I'm gonna bounce, dude. I think I'm gonna bounce. Okay. So I got that little feet done. Gonna draw this right here. Huh. Now I'm thinking of a different pose for this, and I'm just like, no, I don't think I could do that. But if I want to, I can, but I'm already too far into this picture. Maybe it's best I'll just stick with what I got and just continue on with the next panel. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Because now I'm thinking of better poses that I could draw with it in. And I'm like, damn, I like this idea of the pose a lot more better than the pose I'm drawing now. But since I'm already too far into this picture, I might as well stick with this. I wonder if a lot of artists kind of like had that moment where it's like, oh, I really like how this looks. But this looks a lot better. But I'm too lazy of a fucking artist to actually change it, so I'm gonna go with what I had originally planned. I had that a lot during past comics I was drawing, and I just decided to stick with what I got and just I did not change everything. There were some sketches that I drew that I passed it off as like, you know what, it's just basically done. I'll just roll with this. I don't know. Let's see his arm. I think at this point I could erase this picture now, because I got a good idea of what I'm going to do. So let's bring back this picture, make this all the way white, and okay. Erase all of this. So that way we can see our nice, I like now it looks a lot better now that I got rid of a lot of the sketches. Oh shit, I think I overdid it. Okay. Yeah, now that looks a lot better now that we got rid of most of the main sketches. Do that. And there we go. Now we're starting to get a better look at Burrito over here. Now he's looking nice, happy, adorable, and he's ready to give Matter a nice big hug. Which, I guess at this point in Ashway's Pokemon, she had that gag of always hating hugs. But now at this point, she kind of don't mind them from Burrito, because now they're kind of like nice, good friends. Or, they're nice friends. They're nice friends. They're not good friends yet. They're just nice friends. Matter finally warmed up to Burrito, so maybe now she will accept more hugs from him in the future. Which would be very neat. Which would be very, very, very neat. That degree on Burrito's head compared to his body, he's flexible. I mean, I guess that's a thing as well, too. Maybe... I feel like I drew his body too small, though. That's why I'm not liking. But if I make him too big... You was kind of right. I may have to like switch up the angles here. And you know what? I'm just gonna make him a tiny bit bigger. I mean, obviously this is gonna be fixed if I rotate Burrito's head, but since I'm drawing this on pixel, that's only gonna mess up the angles a little bit. So let's kind of like semi-fix that, or at least do a workaround and do something like this. There you go, bigger body. That will mean I will have to push this a little back, cause now it looks kind of weirdish. I'm not gonna lie, this is actually also somewhat the cleanest I drew a Burrito. Not the sense of outlines or anything like that, but like in terms of giving him less fluff. Cause Burrito went through a lot of changes over time in Ash's Pokemon history too. He went from being like every iteration that I drew him in, he got fluffier and fluffier and fluffier. And Peak Floof is Ash's Pokemon series 2. So after that, I decided like, yo, I want to kind of like tone it down for series 1. And that was basically the concept of his current design now in Final Act. He's more sleeker and smoother. I want to draw this a tiny bit smaller, so I think I'm gonna nerf his head. Okay. Something like this is good. There you go. And then he got the big old whiskers. And then I guess I am forgetting to draw his heart-shaped gem. Another thing I would love to do in Ash with Pokemon, it's kind of like retcon something, but it's way too late for that now, is how Burrito got the heart-shaped gem. It's implied that that Chorus made it for him, or like amplified his powers while also giving it like a new shape for Burrito's choice, and he chose a heart. I didn't really like that telling, or at least I didn't like that explanation. I felt like at a time I was forced to give an explanation to why his heart is a gem, so I gave that forced reasoning. When originally I had something in plan that when they was in Kalos, Merida would carve out the things like, hold up, I respect you, you're my friend, and she carved the heart onto his head. It didn't hurt him. She was very careful with it. She crafted it with nice love and care. But now, since that was already been used, because you know the backstory chorus and all that stuff, amplifying gems and all that stupid stuff, I had to, like, I'm going to, like, in the future comic, or maybe around Omega Ruby, or somewhere around Final Act, Merida is just gonna be like, hey, wait, let me make something really fast, or she just wanted to give this to Burrito, and it's a heart-shaped Firestone, and that kind of symbolized their friendship, and way later on, a symbol of their marriage. Why didn't you say his gem got bashed in during the war? Which war? Solarian Wars? We're talking about regular Burrito. RJ. Oh, wait. You're talking about the Godslayer lore. I could have gone with that as well, but I didn't think of it at the time either. And then also at the same time, I kind of dropped that concept of the Godslayers being involved in Ash vs. Pokemon in general. The last mention that they would have was when C3 had that vision of Bird Jesus, and then Amber had to like explain things to them. And I think from there, I really put like a full stop mentioning on the Godslayers until Series 2, when I could properly think on how they're going to be, rather than just them being thrown in there for the sake of excitement purposes, or starting up like a hype final battle or something like that. Is it too gritty for 2014 Peel though? Could be. I don't know. I mean, at that time when I was writing Solarian Wars, it was very dark. It was very dark. I mean, once again, I did have concepts of a hand being chopped off, or like getting ripped off or some shit like that. So I don't know. Could be. Nah, but I wanted like more of their the heart-shaped gem thing to tell like a more wholesome thing. And I guess I couldn't like really switch that up anymore, so. Now there is one thing I want to like see if I could do in Ash vs Pokemon, but then it wouldn't make sense because of something that goes down in Series 2. Or not go down, something that's already established in Series 2. That being part of Burrito's gem. That is funny though. Out of all the grittiness that I had in Ash vs Pokemon, from what? What did I had? From people dying to dark stories of people getting massively hurt, beat the fuck up violently, and overall concepts that are like even more dark than originally intended. Burrito's Heart Gem is the darkest story of them all that I can't cover. That would be nuts. That would be nuts. Oh, Dad, since you're here still, what are we doing on Sunday? Like, I know I kind of said to the chat that we was gonna do the Halo Infinite story, but I kind of like got that mixed up because I forgot Kip was gonna do the move, and then he wants to do all that emoji stream and all that other stuff when he can. So we're just gonna do the Forge mode, I'm guessing. It does suck that custom browser is coming through on March. I am excited about it, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, damn. If there's a perfect time to have Forge mode and the engagement of Halo Infinite, it will be, aside from the co-op campaign, it will be that, Forge World, and custom game browser. All in one. That would be the complete perfect package. Let me see. Saturday's Halo Infinite, Forge mode, and Husky Raid with Death Snail. Now, is it like a playlist that they have, or with Husky Raid and Death Snail, or is it just like we created Husky Raid and Death Snail? If so, we're gonna have like we're gonna need like a high roster for that. It'll be fun with a high roster rather than just the usual 4. Fuck, don't get tired of me now, Piaxis. I had a good night's sleep today. Oh, wait. I don't want to... Do I want to do... How did I drew his tail in Series 1? We're here! Okay, so it was something like that. I guess I could try to keep it like that, but with a little bit sleek. And I'm not gonna draw on with the heart-shaped tail, so let me zoom out from here. Alright. No, I don't like it like this either. Maybe if I go like this, and then a little curve like that for the tail. Okay, this works. This completely works. Huh. Okay, I like that. So I'm gonna follow with this. And I think with that, we finally finished our lovely burrito. It took us a few hours to get there, but our burrito is nice and done, and I think I could finish the rest offline. Which sounds good to me, homie. Alright, and now we could delete this layer. And I can show you guys total progress that we got so far. Delete this layer. Let's duplicate. What was delete at again? Fuck, you can tell I'm out of it. I'm fucking out of it now. Oh, that's delete layer mask. Where's delete layer at? Duh, right here. It was at the, I keep looking up, and then I didn't see it right here. Doi. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not done burrito yet, because I forgot this part right here. Oh, it happens. Every once in a while, I just lose where stuff is at. And I'm just like looking around like, yo, where was that option at? I know I've seen it there before. Oh, it's right there. Wonderful. That's great. And give a little leg more for burrito. Nah. There we go. And that all works out well. And I guess, since I'm already this far enough. Oh, I didn't finish his toesies. Let me finish his toesies. Mez made a Husky raid map. Oh, cool. And Death Snail, I'll work on it tomorrow if Kip doesn't make it. Yeah, that would be cool. Y'all want to see the full extent of what a Forge could be like. I'm sure y'all guys could nail down how fun and wacky it could get. And I love that it's also like scripted. They have like some type of scripting thing as well. So you can make like the true Death Snail or like true maps, which I was hoping for a long time. Which I think the Halo 5 also had that as well. Problem was Halo 5 was never on PC. Now this game, Halo Infinite, it has all the tools. It's open season, and you have it on PC. So mods could go crazy there with it. You go crazy on the mods, or custom stages like stuff like Proteus and all that stuff, where we're just running around the Mushroom Kingdom. So that will be fun. And I still like the fact that someone recreated Guardian on Forge World. So I hope that like they take the Halo Reach approach to where if the stage look very, very, very great and the fans like it, they'll implement it a part of the roster as actual maps to play in. So that's how kind of like Halo Reach went down, right? They just had like a whole bunch of Forge World maps, and some of them referencing older stages as well until they made like new maps and they just throw them in there. I thought that was kind of cool. And the maps for those type of Forge World maps, that was pretty fun as well. So, oh god. Okay. You know what I could do? Oh, wait a minute. But if I move them anymore, that's gonna get in the way of the release underground. Huh. I got an idea. Bear with me. I'm gonna move them over here. That way they're more prioritized in the middle. And I could put Vivi up here, Zexy somewhat in the middle, and Abby down here. Or they all will have like faces down here, being surprised. So instead of like being from top to bottom down here, I'll put it in this little corner. Alright, new layer. Merge that down. And then we finish with Burrito's Toesies. And then I'm going to solidify their outlines. And then they'll be done. I'll be done with the stream, I guess. It's funny because I still have that feeling that I want to go on for a little bit longer. But I know I'm just gassed out. But there's just something inside me like, a few more moments, Piaxis, please. Just keep on going. You're having a nice time streaming. I'm just like, nah, I'm kind of done. My heart says no, but my body says yes. And I think that's it for the picture right here. Okay. And I am just going to go new layer. That wasn't a new layer. New layer. That's new from visible. I keep doing new from visible. Fuck. There we go. Perfect. Merge this down. And I'm also going to do a new layer that is a white layer. There we go. And what I'm going to do is merge this down. Let me see. Get rid of all this usual fun stuff. Let me see. I'm finishing work right now too. So also good timing. Thanks for the stream. No problem, Dad. It was really fun having you on the stream. I lost my track of what I was gonna say. It was really fun having you on the stream. Hopefully your work ain't putting you too much in that much stress. And have a nice time. Have a nice rest of the day. Yeah, I'm basically getting tired out myself too, but I'm just like, I want to keep streaming, but it's like, no, Piazza, just end it. Just end it. To be fair, it actually was a wild fun time as it is. Despite all the crazy shit that happened, I'm really glad that it was a really, really crazy fun stream. It's always streams like these where it's just like, oh, nothing out of the ordinary is gonna happen, and then just the wildest crazy shit does. And I could have asked for more genuine, chaotic fun like that. So I'm always happy when the chat gets involved in some crazy shenanigans like we had today. And just overall just chatting, enjoying themselves, watching some good art, and just have a good time all in general. I know I say that a lot, but it's something I can't say enough. It's a really good time, really good times. Alright, so I didn't get this part and this part. And I doubt I got anything with the dome fossil, so I'm gonna fix that right now. And I guess for those who still watching, if you guys happen to still sticking around the stream, anything you guys want to talk about, or anything that's in your mind before we get up out of here? All I know is after this stream, I'm gonna take a little rest, and then after that, I'm gonna be doing some Splatfest. Bang 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 bang. Okay. Cut. Copy. Alright, now that I got everything. No, I've still got one more. It's always that last pixel or that last thing. Let me see. We need to talk about when your dog is coming. My sister gave me an update about it. Is when we're able to save up to get the dog or something like that. But I would love to when the dog comes through, or if we still even getting the dog. I want to show you guys on stream. It'll make me so freaking excited. I want to have a dog cam. But it's like tradition now at this point. We had a Machalito cam, we had a skater cam. We need a dog cam, and then I'm gonna have to show you guys a turtle cam at some point for my turtle.
Trust me, what you're seeing now is my normal state.
Wait, why do I got all of this?
This is a Super Saiyan.
Did I miss something?
And this
Threshold.
is what is known as a Super Saiyan that is ascended
Something's
past
wrong.
a Super Saiyan. You could just call this a Super Saiyan 2.
Let me highlight this. Highlight this. Highlight mirror. I guess I'm gonna zoom in and also do some highlighting as well. Bang, 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 bang. And then bang, 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 bang. Goku, no need to scream in my damn ear. I'm hurrying as fast as I can. Alright, now that I got all the matter done, now we can easily get Burrito out the way. There you go. Oh, I haven't finished more of his ear yet. Nah, it's not that difficult. I could finish that offline. It'll be that easy. And then we're gonna paste this onto a new layer now that everything is all clear. There you go. New layer. Delete this. Outline. Duh. That's why I had that, because I was gonna remove the rest of that. Okay. Remove this. There you go. And then get that. Oh, right here. God damn, my man sound like he's dying. I gotta love the Super Saiyan 3 stream just for that, man. Sheen really put his heart out, screaming his ass off with that. Oh, you guys have seen the new meme that's been going around too? The lowest scream? Oh my god. As if I couldn't stand Lois' voice already. Although I will give it to the voice actor of Lois. She nailed that scream freaking good. I don't really know what the episode's about. All I just know was Peter was hypnotized and did sexual act on Lois's mother, and she fucking freaked. Like, screamed Peter's name and it turned to a big ass yell. And that's being a meme used in a lot of things now. Like, you could love and hate the voice of Lois, but God, she could nail she nails a good voice. Like, she nails a good ass scream. And also impressive that she could also nail the voice of Lois during singing, which is pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to merge this down. Ah, Darkness Burrito, Darkness Matter, my two favorites. And that's it. And I'm just gonna merge. Should I merge this down or should I just save it regularly? Nah, I'm gonna merge it down and then I'm gonna export save. Yeah, I mean, it's not that bad. Cause I could just easily remove the greens when I copy paste in MS Paint. So let me save and overwrite this. And overall, let us get up out of here. I'm ready to do my own thing right now. Well, I'm gonna take a small break before that, and then do what I gotta do. So with that being said, I'm gonna do the thing right now. Trending searches: Senate races 2022, Tiffany Trump wedding, Arizona election results 2022, Arizona governor race, Kevin McCroy takeoff funeral, Lauren Boebert, student loan forgiveness 2022, Veterans Day freebies, a lot of shit that that's been showing up on the trending searches. So there's y'all daily dose of Twitter searches on Google, I guess, on Microsoft desktop, on whatever the shit they run. Bing? I think they do like Bing. But anyway, let's wrap up the stream, shall we? And that way I can tell you guys what's going down for the rest of the week. And probably, hopefully, for maybe tomorrow on fucking Saturdays. Okay, so thank you all y'all guys for stopping through. If you guys want to recap of what's been going on, we just been chilling and chatting, having wild, crazy adventures, learning new things about me every day, while also drawing Matter and Burrito and being happy, go lucky, and also being very, very annoyed. Shout outs to Molly's, Dadinsky, Toxic Dome, Silver Song, Fox Force, Team Vista, all coming through, Scruffy Kip as well, just chilling and having a good old time. If I want to say what's going down for the rest of the week, I am going to, what's to call it? Tomorrow's fucking Saturdays. I'm going to try to see if I can do a stream on that, and then, like around 3 o'clock, I want to go to Night in the Woods. If I'm not able to do it, then don't worry about it. I'll try to see if we can do it another day during, the beginning of the week. Sunday, Wolfpack, we already just talked about it just now, with me and Dead. We're doing Forge World, and just goofing around with Death Snail and all that stuff. You can catch that live on twitch.tv/ScruffyKip. And, last but not least, anything else I'm gonna be doing the week? It may not be happening the new week coming up, but expect a marathon on, Pokemon, on Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, to where I'm gonna go through a whole entire gauntlet of going through Seafoam Island, taking on some trainers, going through a lot of topics that have been on my mind, and then also going to the Elite Four to go to what's it called? Yeah, to the Indigo Plateau. There you go. So we could take on the Elite Four and all that other stuff. Yada 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 yada. And then Once again, apologies I haven't did Mischief Makers or Night in the Woods. I was just basically out of it today, and I'm really glad to have this stream to like basically goof around and have fun, get me chaotically hyped up for my own reasons, and just overall, hopefully y'all guys had just as a great time as well. And like always, I guess all you guys stay beautiful, stay sexy. I'll catch you guys in the next stream. Nolly, 7 days until Pokemans. I cannot wait to Scarlet and Violet. I'm actually legitly, but I wasn't hype about it before. But after looking at the leaks and how things are going to be and how the game is going to play out, I kind of want it. I really kind of want it, like really, really bad. But we'll talk about that 2 weeks after the game comes out. And with that, I'll check you guys out later. Put more into it than put more time into it than Brilliant Diamond. We're at least gonna have one stream of Scarlet and Violet. One stream. That would be as much time as we did with Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I will promise y'all that. And with that, I'm out. Bye guys.